So they actually made a statue of a guy taking a selfie in front of the famous tower. That's pretty awesome. This is like modern Iranian art, I guess. Shall we go on to the tower? Shall we proceed? Or we're gonna let's go on. Well, yeah, I have no plan. I have zero plan. I like it.
It's also my first time being here.
So, you've lived here all your life. Well, not in Tehran, but you've lived here for you've lived in the north of Iran all your life. Okay. And it's his first time being here at probably the most recognizable landmark of Tehran, if not all of Iran. Oh, and there's the other tower. Back there, it's a little hard to see because of the smog, but that's the other tower that looks like a penis. Yeah, we're probably not going to go there.
Yeah, why not? We can go there.
Not for that reason, just because it's too far away. But this is probably the most iconic emblem of Tehran, and maybe all of Iran.
Azadi Tower. It literally means freedom.
Cool, Azadi Tower.
The only thing we don't have here.
Yeah. I was going to say, this is the Freedom Tower because this is where people got killed.
Where people get freed.
Yeah, exactly. They get free. Yeah, exactly. That's a type of liberation. So actually, you're right. Makes sense. Makes total sense. I am in Iran for the second time. I was here a year ago, and I didn't make any videos because I didn't have much time, and I spent most of my time meeting my friends here because I have so many friends in Iran. It's crazy. There's so many Iranians on the internet. Like every single person on the internet is Iranian these days. So I know so many people from Iran from the internet. And I spent the whole 10 days just meeting my friends and I didn't have time to film. So now I'm here for a little bit longer, and I lost most of my friends on the last trip. So now I'm here now I have more time to actually make videos like this. So we're here at the Azadi Tower, right?
Yeah.
The Peace Tower, sort of in the middle of Iran. We're kind of on the, Tehran, I mean. We're kind of on the west side, aren't we? This is kind of the west side of...
It's the capital, yeah. It is the west side of Tehran.
Yeah, so we're kind of on the west side of Tehran. It's not really in the middle, but this is a big symbolic, iconic plaza. And I guess that way is probably east, I think. So you can kind of see to the north, you can kind of see the mountains there. They're kind of obscured by clouds and smog, but over there's the mountain range that separates Tehran from the Caspian Sea. And if you go farther in that direction, you get to Russia and places like that. And to the south, there's, not much, a lot of desert. So yeah. I guess we're going to meet our friends here. We're going to wait up and see. I have so much to say. I have so much to talk about. And I have problems making videos because I chit-chat too much in my videos, and I want to show something interesting. I have so much to say. What's the most important thing that people should know if they want to see a video about Iran?
I don't exactly know what to say, but it's not as foreign that people presume. It's a nice place to visit.
Yeah.
For once, it's not that bad that people make it seem.
It really isn't that bad here. I would agree. This is my second time here. I was here a year ago for the first time, and it's not that bad. There's some things that are different. The toilets. The toilets are the one thing that I really don't get along with. But it's the other way around for you guys. When you guys see Western toilets, you cannot use a Western toilet.
It depends. Many of my friends do already use those type of toilets. But
yeah.
For me, it just never works.
Yeah.
I prefer my old-fashioned way. Squatting toilet.
So for people who don't know what I'm talking about, so in Iran, people pretty much exclusively use so-called squatting toilets. So there's no seat. There's nothing to sit on. It's like a hole in the floor. You just squat over a hole and you just do your business while squatting on the ground or on the floor. Now, it's supposed to be more natural. The human body is supposed to. It's built, I guess, to evacuate in that position. But a lot of people don't like it. They don't, they want something to sit on. For me personally, I don't have a problem with the squatting. The squatting itself is not bad. What really annoys me is the cleanup afterwards. They don't use toilet paper.
Yeah, but that's why I like it, because you use water.
Yeah, but it doesn't get you as clean.
What do you mean it doesn't get you as clean? Let's say if you just have some peanut butter on your hand,
yeah.
Just use some, piece of cloth.
Yeah.
Is it gonna get cleaned if you just wipe it off, or if you wash it actually with water?
I've heard this argument, but it doesn't work for me. I tried it. I tried using that hose. So again, people maybe don't know what I'm talking about. So toilets don't have toilet paper most of the time. They just have a hose. There's a water hose you can turn on, and you're supposed to spray yourself to wash yourself off. It does not work for me. And I actually tried. I tried washing my.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to spray. No. You have to use your other hand as well.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
You don't want to touch your.
What do you mean that's disgusting?
You use your other hand as toilet paper.
But then you wash your hands.
Yeah, sure, you wash your hands, but I mean, like, what if it gets under your fingernails?
That's
I mean,
why you clip your fingernails.
That's why you use soap.
what do women do who have long fingernails?
Well,
Or-
they are dirty as shit, yeah.
Okay,
That's why I'm against it.
That's a different
that's
argument.
why you're against
By the way,
women.
are we gonna like talk about toilets
That's
on
what
your
I'm-
video?
Yes.
That is not-
Yes,
not
that's
me.
the most important thing. That toilets are the most important thing in Iran. That's the most important thing that tourists need to know if they're going to come to Iran. Get ready for the toilets, because toilets are like the toilets are the only messed up thing about Iran.
Just bring a plastic bag, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Plastic bag.
yeah. But how do people wipe themselves afterwards? Like they don't have toilet paper here. It's crazy. Well, they do have toilet paper, but most people don't use it. Most public toilets don't have toilet paper. They just have that hose. And you're supposed to use your fingers as toilet paper, and then you're supposed to wash your fingers. And that's, no. I don't get along with that. I don't mind the toilet itself. I don't mind squatting. The squat toilet itself is okay. I do not get along with having
Why?
to,
Because you're gonna like touch the dirty stuff?
yeah, you put
Have
your,
you never poked through a fucking toilet paper? You're acting as if that never happened to you.
no, because I quadruple up toilet paper so that it doesn't happen.
Okay. Y'all white folk are weird.
Yeah, I know. We honkies are all about. We have strange behaviors that these Middle Eastern people don't understand. Okay, so we're here at the Freedom Tower. So, what else do people need to know about Iran since we're here?
But you have to ask the question. What do you want to know about Iran?
Did ask the question.
That was my question to him. I don't know. I mean, it's not that different here. I mean, the thing that annoys me is you can't use like foreign cards. I don't think actually. I haven't tried. People here don't let me pay for anything because I have so many friends here, and they always want to pay for stuff. They always want to show hospitality and pay for the foreign guys' stuff. By the way, that's another thing that I should say. Do not come here alone. If you don't know anybody in Iran, I would not recommend coming here by yourself.
Thanks for ruining our tourism industry.
We have no tourism industry.
Yeah, we don't.
People here are shocked. Like, remember oh, you weren't with me, but last year I was actually taken off a bus because I was a foreigner, and like
Oh yeah, I didn't tell me.
yeah, police actually took me off the bus and said, like, what are you doing here? Like you're a foreigner. Why are you on a bus in Iran? And we had to explain to them, I'm a tourist. I'm literally
just
just.
a tourist.
Yeah. What is tourist?
You visit here for fun?
Yeah, how is this possible? But yeah. And of course the cops didn't speak English, and I don't speak Farsi, so it would have been pretty bad if Aideen hadn't been there to translate for us. So he just explained and said, he's a tourist. He's a tourist. He's riding around as a tourist. He's here to see stuff. That's all. But I would not recommend coming here alone because most people don't speak English, unless you speak Farsi. If you speak Farsi, then okay, maybe. But there are concerns about safety. I don't want to say too much about that, but there are concerns about foreign tourists traveling around alone. They do present a target both for criminals and for, how should I describe this?
Government, simply.
I mean, yeah, there have been cases where foreign tourists were abducted arrested, like legitimately arrested under dubious claims of espionage and things like that. I really recommend not coming here alone. If you don't know somebody, if you don't have a friend here who can escort you and help you out with things, I recommend not coming here alone. That's my advice. So yeah, be ready for the toilets and know somebody. Don't come here by yourself.
The upside is that because our currency is literally worthless.
Yeah.
You get to spend so much for so little money.
Yeah.
You can't just have
Prices here are cheap. Yeah.
a lot of fun in that way.
Later, I should probably talk about how the Iranian money works because the money system here is kind of weird too. What I'm really interested in is the whole BRICS thing. Actually, I talked to you about that, but I didn't talk to you about that yet. So, Iran joined BRICS this year, and there are plans of introducing a unified BRICS currency in all BRICS countries, which would mean basically that Iran could get rid of its rials, like they could get rid of the Iranian currency because it's literally like one of the least valued currencies in the world. Maybe not quite as bad as the Zimbabwean dollar, but it's literally like it has one of the worst exchange rates in the world. Like what's $1 in rials, $1 US?
I've lost
In reals,
touch.
that would be 720,000.
1,000. Okay, so $1 US is about 720,000
Reals.
Iranian rials right now. And yeah, they have riyals and they have tumans. I'll talk about that later probably. But anyway, so the money here is so worthless. It would be actually a great boon for Iran, for the Iranian people, if they replaced it with a common unified BRICS currency. Because not only would that currency be worth something, it would also be usable in all the BRICS countries. You could go to Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and use the currency there, along with the other countries. What other countries joined BRICS this year? Iran joined BRICS this year. I think the UAE, the United Arab Emirates.
Yeah.
I think there was some African country. Was it?
I guess it was South Africa. I don't know.
No, South Africa was there before. That's the S in BRICS. But there was like another African country that joined this year. I want to say Ethiopia, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
I think there was some other country as well.
This is your first time hearing about BRICS?
I don't follow the news because it just always gives me a headache. So
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
You're probably better off not reading the news, honestly. But no, I heard about BRICS because BRICS is becoming a big deal now. The BRICS countries already have a higher GDP than the G7 combined. Seriously.
Well, India and China are very big.
Well, yeah, of course. Like China, I mean, the Chinese economy is huge. Yeah, and Russia. Well, Russia's not that big on the international stage. I mean, Russia's a big country geographically, but their economy is not that big in terms of GDP globally.
But I guess that would be the third one. I mean,
Maybe,
in terms of the biggest.
I don't know. I have no idea. But the point is, BRICS is like, it's a big deal. It's like the next big thing now. And if they have like a common BRICS currency similar to the euro, like, you know, in the European Union they have the euro where like 20 different countries use the same currency. If they do the same with BRICS, that's going to be a boon to Iran. It's going to be a very good thing for Iran and for people who travel to countries like that, because it means you can use the same money in India and China and Russia and Iran and a couple of other countries too. So that's pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to shut up now because we have some other friends that are coming to meet us here. So I'll stop here for now. I'll make another video somewhere else for now. But anyway, welcome to Iran. Welcome to Tehran. Beautiful. I forget what's the tower called again?
Azadi.
Azadi Tower, Freedom Tower. Thank you. So greetings from the beautiful Azadi Tower. I'll talk to you folks later. Sorry, guys. So. Okay, so we're waiting for some other friends to show up. So while we're waiting, I'm just going to quickly explain the money so that people will understand what I'm talking about. So this is 100,000 riyals, which is, I guess, like the basic current. It even says.
Is it? Yeah, it's 10,000 tumans or 100,000 riyals.
Yeah, so it says 100,000 riyals in text at the bottom. So yeah, so there's tumans and there's riyals. So riyals are like the base unit that you see there.
Yep.
And yeah, you see the 10, and also in the corner there's a 10. So this is like 10,000 tumans.
Yeah, and you just drop a zero and then you get tumans.
So basically 10 riyals are one tuman.
Yeah.
But you were saying that also 10 million tumans can be a tuman.
It's just like how the casual way because, you know, it's going to be a long word. We just say, you know, dah toman.
So it makes no sense. So it's like 10 tumans can be 10 tumans, or it can be 10 million tumans, which is also 10 tumans.
Okay, well, to give you a history on that, back in the day, it was, for example, you could buy an ice cream with 1 riyal.
Yeah.
Back in the day, the currency was actually riyal, but we called the bigger numbers tuman.
Right.
So, since the inflation started going up, again, 1 riyal didn't worth anything, so nobody uses riyal anymore because it's getting higher and higher and higher. The inflation is. That's why it's changing throughout the time. Right now, 10,000 tuman doesn't worth anything. I mean, maybe
You buy a cake.
Maybe a cake, a pair of socks, maybe.
So you were saying this is 1/7 of a US dollar, right?
Yes.
So 7 of these is $1 US.
Yes.
So it's not that worthless. It's like, this is more than 10 cents.
Yeah, it seems like it, yeah.
It's not that worthless.
No,
But okay.
not yet, but soon it will be.
Why is the text in English? It even says in English, human beings are members of a whole and creation of one essence and soul. So it's like this beautiful English poetry on Iranian money. Why don't they have it in Farsi? Actually, I guess they do. That Farsi text is probably the same thing in Farsi, right? Yeah, okay. All right, cool. But then they have the English translation, even like the central bank of the... Okay. Anyway, so that's kind of how the money works, just to give you an idea. I don't quite get it, but there you go. Iranian money. So we came out here to Lake Shitkar, and we're gonna walk around it, I guess, for a bit. How big is the lake? It's pretty big. It's like bigger than like a swimming pool. So we are going to walk around here for a bit. I don't know what to show of Tehran, because the problem is, like, it's not really the most beautiful city, honestly, in my opinion. Like, it's not a very pretty city for the most part, and it's huge. Tehran is huge. Like the sheer scope of the city is ridiculous, because it takes like people who live on like the suburbs of Tehran, or in the suburbs of Tehran, like at the edges of the city, it takes them like 2 hours to get anywhere in the city. Like the Tehran metro is vast. It's ridiculous how huge it is, and it takes literally hours to get from one part of the city to another. the city is like, I think it's like 40 kilometers across or something like that. So it's big, and I don't know the city that well. I don't know what really is good to show. So I don't know that I'm going to show that much more of Tehran other than what we've seen. I mean, this is a nice place to take a walk, obviously, so we're going to walk around here for a bit. But I guess that's it. Is there anything else that the good people of YouTube should see from Tehran, you guys think?
Lots of places, yeah.
Any specific suggestions?
Like they can go to Milad Tower, they can go to Bazaar, they can like go. There's this Friday market that only appears in Friday.
A Friday market, okay.
It appears on Friday. Keep that in mind.
Okay. Friday market literally happens on Friday. Because Friday is like the weekend here. I should probably clarify that as well. Western people are used to having 2 days of weekends.
Ours is Thursdays and Fridays.
Is Thursday off as well?
Well, not like for every organ, but mostly it's just either Fridays or Thursdays and Fridays. Like schools, for example, they're off Thursdays and Fridays, but like let's say banks, they're only off Fridays.
Okay, but like working people have like a regular job are only off Friday as far as I know.
Yeah, but again, it depends on your job. Like some jobs, like will let you go on Thursdays as well.
Depends on the job, but yeah, okay. But I think like the typical day off. Typically, Iranians just get 1 day weekend, and it's Friday. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to film everything, but actually, I don't think I'm going to film much more of Tehran than this, to be honest, because we're going to go down to, in a few days, we'll go to Isfahan. So if I see something interesting, I'll film it, but otherwise, I think this is probably sufficient for now. Okay, and since the sun went down, sorry, I didn't capture the sunset. I probably should have captured the sunset as it went down over there because it looked kind of nice. But this is the, hold on, let me fix the zoom here. So this is, the place. This is like a nice little sort of lakeside place where you can shop and buy things. There are shopping malls here, just like in Western countries. And check out the moon. That moon is pretty nice. It's like a symbol of Islam hanging over the city and showing people the crescent light at night. So yeah, by Lake, I think it's called Chitgar or something like that, by Lake Chitgar at night in Tehran. Okay, I'm at some shopping mall. I have no idea which one. I have no idea where I am. This is the problem when I'm traveling with other guys. Like other guys lead me around. I have no idea where the heck I am, but I'm in some shopping mall. This is a shopping mall in Tehran. This is what Iranian shopping malls look like inside. They look kind of like Western ones, don't they? Very similar. Okay, so we are on a street in
Bab Humayun's Gate.
Okay, I have no idea what he said, but he said the name of where we are, I guess. So this is like close to the center. I guess this is the center of Tehran, isn't it?
Is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is like a nice center scene of Tehran. I see a lot of text in Farsi here. Why do they use so much Farsi in Tehran?
Why do they speak Persian in Tehran?
Yeah, why do they? Like, wouldn't it be easier just to speak English? Okay, what are these things hanging from the ceiling? Not the ceiling, but these strings or whatever.
They are. Wait, it says that the tourist passage of Humayun Gate.
Oh, it's a tourist passage. Okay. Dann bin ich hier richtig. Okay, we're in a tourist passage checking out all the tourists. I guess that means all these people here are tourists, so they don't understand Farsi. What are we doing? We're going to this Golem Palace, right?
Yeah, Golestan Palace.
Golestan, that's right, thank you. Golem is, what does Golem mean? Golem is like...
Golem is that creature from Lord of the Rings.
Yes, but it's also a Farsi word, isn't it? It means like cutie or something like that.
Golam, it means my flower.
My flower. But people call each other Golam means like cutie pie or something like that.
Yeah, but the direct translation would be...
My flower. Okay, cool, that's cute. So we're going to go to Golestan Palace and look at all the Golestans there. So greetings from wherever this is, somewhere in Tehran. Nice. I'm just so exhausted, man. Tehran is just, it's such an experience, and not necessarily in a good way. Like transit here is just ridiculous. Like it's insane because I think I mentioned previously, it's so huge. The city is so sprawling. How many people live in Tehran? Like somewhere between 10 and 20 million, I think. And it's just it's so huge in terms of its size. It takes like 2 hours to get anywhere with the metro. It's already like late afternoon, and we're starting our day now here after like taking forever to get here. So, yeah, gosh. One thing that's weird, one thing that's weird about the Tehran Metro too is they have women's only cards. I've never seen that anywhere in my life. Like they have cars on the trains that are reserved just for women. So what happens? What do you think would happen if a man boarded a metro train in a women's only?
It happens. And I think like, it's okay. People don't say anything, but there are like some people who are like standing like, guarding the women's car.
Yeah.
And just like calling men's off. Like they're like, yeah, go away.
So they'll tell you go to the men's car.
Yeah.
What if I say I identify as a woman?
Then I do not know. Like you should try it.
Let's try it and find out. You might. Okay. This video might never get uploaded to YouTube if I do that though. So I probably shouldn't. I need to upload this video before I die. Okay. So yeah.
We're heading to Golestan Palace.
We're heading to Golestan Palace. Okay, let's do that. Okay, we found the sign pointing to the Golestan Palace. So this is I guess to the left is the Arg Square Enterans. I love how professionally lettered this sign is. Dude, you want to go to the Enterans?
This is absolutely normal. Like,
Yeah.
We're going to be seeing a lot of these little mistakes.
Let's find the Enterans. Typical guy's problem. We can never find the Enterans. But let's go find it. Okay, so we found the Enterans to Golestan Palace. Unfortunately, it's just closing. They're open till, I guess, 5 p.m. They're open from 9 to 5, if I am not mistaken. And yeah, we got here like at 4:30, so they're not going to let us in because they're closing. And the guy said it takes like 2 hours. There's like 9 museums, and it takes like 2 hours to see all of them, so we'll have to come back another day. But yeah, this is at least what it looks like, so cool. Okay, so we are very disappointed because we couldn't see Golestan Palace. Instead, we're going to see the Holy Shrine of Unknown Martyrs. There's a lot of text here today.
We've got a lot of those, and here, like they just bury, like they find the bodies of the said martyrs, and then they just bury them somewhere, and then they make it a holy shrine. So this is like pretty common.
Yeah.
In every city almost.
Okay. So we're just going to take a walk through this park, soaking up the culture here. This is actually quite nice. I like the.
Yeah, and those are the graves.
The grapes?
Grave.
Oh, the graves. Oh, these are. Oh, in the middle, these are the graves of the martyrs. Okay, I understand.
But I think it's just symbolic. Like, I'm not even sure if there are like actual.
Yeah, I was wondering. I mean, are the actual bodies inside there, or are they just? I don't know. Let's not get into the technicalities of it. But yeah, this is a nice little. It's a nice little park. I like the fountain. Fountain's kind of nice. That building back there with the typically sort of Middle Eastern facade looks kind of cool. Probably see more of that if we ever make it to the desert. But yeah, just chilling in a park as the sun goes down. We can't see the sunset from here because it's behind some buildings somewhere, but. Yeah, traffic in Iran in general is a harrowing experience. Like everywhere that I go, driving in Iran is like a totally different concept of driving from.
In Tehran specifically.
Well,
it's not like this everywhere, but Tehran is very crowded.
No, it is. Like it's. Well, I don't mean in terms of traffic. Yeah, traffic in Tehran is so bad that like what was it called? Why the guy couldn't come here?
Yeah, like we have this program that like the cars with like odd numbers can like drive at certain days, and then the cars with like even numbers can drive on like different days.
Right. It's a traffic abatement program where odd even numbered car plates can only drive like on a specific day. Only cars with odd or even plates can drive. But what's it called?
Tarhe Trafik.
Tarhe Trafik. So we have Tarhe Trafik here in Tehran because it's like, as a traffic reduction measure, they cut like half the cars off the streets. But I don't even mean just that. I just mean the way people drive. Like the whole concept of lanes in Iran is kind of imaginary. Like even though the streets have lane markings, like they have marked lanes that cars are supposed to stay in, they will take like a 3-lane road and turn it into a 5 or 6-lane road.
That's how it should be. It's just because you've lived in Germany for so long, you just...
Even in like Los Angeles, we don't do that, man. Even in like the biggest American cities, people are expected to stay in their lanes and not just like, yeah, it's a different concept of traffic here. And being a pedestrian is the worst. Like trying to cross the street as a pedestrian is harrowing, man, because like you never get the feeling that people are going to stop for you.
I'm going to have to disagree with you. Like, this is a you problem.
Yeah, I know this is my problem because I'm not used to Tehran or Iran in general, but oh well. Because it was that way in Bandar too. Like last year, I remember I almost died crossing the street in Bandar bus. So it's just like, I don't think it's specific to Tehran, it's just Iran in general. Maybe the Middle East in general, I don't know.
Like, to me, that's normal.
Okay. All right.
Raised here.
Yeah, you grew up here. It's different for you. I grew up in a place where people actually know how to drive.
Excuse you?
Yeah, okay. All right, I'm going to stop the video. Let's take a video of this. So this is not the Grand Bazaar, but a Grand Bazaar, because it's one of several.
There are two. Like this one's Del Goshan, the other one's Reza. Like Grand Bazaar, Reza, and then
oh, there you go. Okay, so Reza Great Bazaar, and this is the other
Del Goshan.
Del Bouchard. That sounds French. Del Bouchard, monsieur. Oui, 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 c'est le Del Bouchard. Okay, whatever. So do we want to check out the Del Bouchard? Let's just walk around all these masses of people. This is like, I don't mean to be rude or culturally insensitive, but like the more time I spend in the Middle East, the more I get the impression that our Western sort of stereotypes of the Middle East are kind of accurate. Like it actually kind of is, it do be kind of like that. I don't know if I want to walk in. Actually, I was told to be careful with my phone because apparently people snatch phones. Like people will sometimes just snatch phones out of people's hands.
Expensive phones, you're fine.
My phone's too cheap for that. Okay, but yeah, like I got to be careful filming here because I don't want somebody to steal my phone, even though they probably won't. But anyway, this is a Grand Bazaar somewhere in Tehran, close to Golestan Palace, which we couldn't get into. So this is outside. It's pretty chaotic. There are a lot of people yelling and trying to sell their stuff. It's a stark contrast to the scenes inside. So inside the building, actually, it's a quite nice shopping mall. It's like a modern shopping mall. It looks nice inside. But here, it's just like everybody's yelling and milling around, and it's pretty chaotic. You got all this stuff lying around. So this is, I guess, what people think of when they think of a Middle Eastern bazaar. But inside, it's a modern shopping mall, just like in the West. Okay, here we are. We've just arrived at Beyhaki bus station, right? Beyhaki. So we're going to take a bus here in about 15 minutes to Isfahan, and then from there we're going to head down to Shiraz. So the next video might be from Isfahan or it might be from Shiraz. We'll see. Anyway, peace out, folks. We're leaving Tehran. Bye-bye. Good morning, everyone. So, as you can maybe see on that clock there, it's 4:41 in the morning. We've just arrived here at the Isfahan bus station, and we're trying to get inside, but it's closed. I don't know when it opens. Last time we were here, we waited inside the station for a friend to show up and pick us up, which is what we're doing again this time. We're waiting for him to come and pick us up, but it's kind of cold, and so the station is closed. I think it opens at 5. I think last time we came here probably a little bit later.
Like 5:30ish.
Yeah, like an hour later. So maybe I'm assuming the station opens at 5 because it was open last time when we were here. But so I'm assuming, yeah, that's probably why it's closed. So typically, what Iranian people will do in that kind of situation when, when when it's cold outside and they want a place to go inside is go to the prayer room. This is the prayer room here, but it's locked. So I'm going to assume they locked it because probably these places do attract a lot of homeless people who don't want to go there to pray. They just go there to be warm. I thought this was interesting. This is a place where you can get drinkable water. Water is, of course, important in a desert. Is this one? I guess Isfahan is technically the desert, right? This is technically like most of Iran.
Yeah.
Most of Iran is a desert. Actually, if we get to we're not going to see the bus station in Yaz. That's a shame because the bus station in Yaz actually has like a really interesting water setup. I might try to go there and film it just because I thought that was kind of interesting. But anyway, and there's a fountain here, which is obviously not running now because it's winter. Or actually, is it operating? It looks like
It's not freezing, but
it's not freezing, but it seems like water is flowing. Yeah, water is flowing into those drains down there. So it's overflowing. So there is some water flow happening, but it's obviously not fountaining, like it's not spraying like a fountain. Anyway, so we've got nowhere. So the station's closed. Even the prayer room is closed, which is not usual. We actually, coincidentally, we got here like almost exactly at the time of the morning prayers. So Muslims have to pray 5 times a day.
Yep.
And the times are not set. Like the times are based on the sunrise and sunset of the sun, and the rise and set of the sun. And we coincidentally got here like right when the first prayer should be starting now. So technically, if we were devout Muslims, we should actually have access to the prayer room because we should be allowed to pray. Technically, you were saying if we really wanted to.
Yeah, you could have them you could get them in trouble because of the fact that it's closed. The praying room is closed.
Yeah. So we asked somebody here, we asked a guy who was passing by, do you know if there is a prayer room open somewhere? And he said, nobody prays here.
As a joke. Yeah, he
well,
no one prays here.
Was it really a joke though? Because that's the thing. Like Iran is, in comparison to some other countries in this region, like some countries that border Iran, Iran is not really that religious. It's run religiously. It's run as if it were a very devout Muslim country. And there certainly are people who are devout Muslims in Iran. But the Iranian populace, the everyday Iranian people, they're not that religious compared to other Muslim countries. And so, yeah, I maybe the guy was joking, but I don't feel like it was really that much of a joke. I think there was probably some truth to what he said.
The sentence itself was ironic. I'm not necessarily saying, but like the tone of him saying that it was just absolutely a joke. Yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty sure no one prays anymore.
Okay. So so this is one of the entrances. The station has several entrances, but they're all locked up. They all have padlocks on the doors. I don't even see opening hours posted here. Like it doesn't even say when the station opens. But like I said, last time we were here at around 5:30, like an hour later than now. So like I said, I'm assuming it opens at 5. So yeah, I'm not dealing with the cold very well on this trip. I don't know. I came here in December because I don't deal with heat well, and since most of Iran is a desert, I thought that it would be better to come when it's cooler. But it's not cool, it's cold. And that's the thing about the desert. It gets very hot during the day and very cold at night because the ground has it has poor heat retention, so it doesn't absorb the heat. In a temperate zone, the ground will absorb some of the heat of the day and kind of keep it a little bit cooler, and then at night it releases some of that warmth, some of that heat, and so that the night is not as cold. But here, days are very hot, nights are very cold. And I come from a cold country, so normally I don't have problems dealing with the cold, but it's been so cold constantly that it's getting to me a bit. It's kind of starting to bother me. I did not handle the cold well in Tehran either. I know that some people will say I didn't capture Tehran very well. That was partly just because it's so huge. It takes forever to get anywhere in Tehran. And even though I was there for like 4 days, even in 4 days in Tehran, I didn't have a lot of chances to really capture much of the city.
Also, we've had poor planning. Hopefully on your way back, we get you to better places.
Yeah, it's partly my fault. I did not plan this trip very well. I kind of thought that because getting to Iran in the first place is difficult because you have to get a visa, and I had some problems getting the visa, and There were some concerns that the flight might not fly here at all because there were situations like, those missile launches on Iran not too long ago because of the situation in Israel-Palestine, and so all kind of stuff's been going on, and so I had sort of a sense that I wouldn't be able to make the trip at all. I'm actually kind of surprised that I'm here. I think other people are as well.
You smell it?
I smell a skunk, yeah. I guess they have skunks here in the desert.
No, it's not. It's skunk.
It is, isn't it?
It's marijuana.
Is it really?
Yeah.
But there's nobody smoking here. Or is it this
Yeah,
guy?
well, I mean, maybe they just finished
Maybe.
smoking it. I don't know, but it's not that uncommon here. Like, I never smoked it myself, but again, like, I've smelled it so much that I just meh.
Well, I have smelled marijuana as well. That's why I'm surprised, because that did not smell like marijuana to me. That smelled like skunk. It literally smelled like, sometimes you smell a skunk if it gets, like, skunks will get scared by dogs and things like that, and they'll spray, and
Yeah,
that's what a skunk
no,
smells like.
Definitely not.
Okay, that did not smell like marijuana to me. Weird. Anyway, okay. Here's a fountain that's working. That's nice. This is a running fountain. I like that. I like fountains. So, yeah. Transportation is generally a problem in Iran because the whole country does still, oil is relatively cheap here. Like, it's an oil-rich country, and so gas is relatively cheap here, and so it does still very much run on the car model. Like, most people get around with cars, and people who don't have cars will use Snap, which is basically an Iranian knockoff of Uber. So, you think of services like Uber or Lyft or Bolt. In Iran, there's something called Snap, which is the exact same thing. And everybody just gets around with Snap rides. So even people who don't have cars, they use cars to get around. Tehran does have a metro system, and lots of people use the metro, but the metro, like, again, I think I said before, Tehran is just so huge that even using the metro, it takes like 2 hours to get anywhere in Tehran. It's just really bad. Mobility is really bad. The rest of the cities in Iran are smaller, and we're going to have a friend here with his own car, so hopefully we will have better mobility here, and I'll be better able to capture some. Oh, hey, cool. The station's open. Okay, we're going to go inside and warm up. All right, catch you folks later. Ta-ta. Check it out. There's an aquarium inside the Isfahan bus station. My friend thinks these fish look mentally challenged. Yeah, Isfahan overall, it's got a more... I don't know how to describe it exactly. Wow, there's even a shower here. Like, I'm looking at the sign there, it says terminal bathroom. There's actually a shower in the bathroom, so you can take a shower here. It's kind of... See those blue signs?
Bathroom. Well, I don't know. It's also interesting to me because you don't really find showers in these type of places, but maybe they do. I don't know.
Actually,
You've got public bathrooms
yeah.
within the cities, but not necessarily like at bus stations.
Actually, I was going to say it is not that uncommon to have showers at transit centers because people will have been traveling often overnight or about to be traveling overnight, and people might need a place to shower. So public showers in bus and train stations are not that uncommon, actually. Yeah, overall, Isfahan feels more like a friendly city, and I don't mean that the people are friendlier, but I mean it just feels more designed for human life. Like, Tehran really feels like even though it's such a huge city of millions and millions of people, it feels kind of like some kind of barren outpost in the middle of the desert with not really many human provisions. Like, it wasn't really designed to be conducive to human life, whereas this place, it has nice places like this room over here. Check out this this room with, like, what is this?
There are no signs.
Well, that's a real cat. I thought that was like a statue of a cat, but there's actually a real cat just chilling out there on the... Oh, it's getting warmth. It's that cat is sitting on that light because it's warm. That's cute. I didn't realize it was a real cat. So it's just some kind of room with... I guess it's really here for no reason other than just to look nice.
Yeah, I think this is all just decorative.
Yeah, it is just decorative. That's what I mean. Like this place is designed to feel a bit more pleasant. Like there are concessions made to human biological and psychological needs here that you just don't really see in Tehran. Like in Tehran, everything is just so bare and.
Tehran is an industrial city, so.
Well, it's okay to be industrial, but at least you could have some.
I'm pretty sure they do, but then again, like we didn't take you to those like better places.
I guess not.
It was like on our poor planning.
I mean, again, maybe it's just poor planning, but I don't know. It just really, Tehran really just feels to me like a place that's not designed for human beings to live in it. Just feels like some huge machine that's hostile to human life,
It
whereas.
is true. It is true. Like everybody's trying to just like get away from Tehran. Like they're just waiting for the moment they get retired. And
Yeah.
Just
I mean, the only reason why people really live in Tehran is because of money. Because since it is the capital city, it is a place where people can get higher salaries. So if you're a working person, which I guess most people are, you can get higher salaries there. So that's why so many people live there and are moving there. But other than that, like it's just like it just feels so hostile. It just feels like such an unpleasant place to live. I mean, there are nice places in it, but the city overall just feels like a huge machine that is kind of, at best, indifferent to your life. But here it feels like, there's some urge to be human, to, have places like this that are nice to look at, some places that provide pleasant experiences for human beings that might find themselves in this city. So yeah, and other places are like that as well. Like Yazd is really a desert city. Like you really have the feeling of being like in some Middle Eastern desert there. And even Yazd is way more pleasant than Tehran, because Yazd has some nice places in it, which we'll hopefully see again. So, I say again, but you weren't with us. Yeah,
I've never been to Yazd.
That's right. You weren't with us when we went to Yazd. So hopefully you'll see those as well. So yeah, just waiting around for our friend, and then I guess we'll go to wherever we're going next. So I think when a lot of people think of the Middle East, this is kind of what they think about, just like kind of barren, empty spaces like this. This is a suburban neighborhood somewhere in Isfahan. I like places like this, actually. I mean, it's kind of like away from the rest of the world, It's kind of like cyberpunk, post-apocalyptic paradise where you're just kind of like everything's all falling apart and everybody's surviving by collecting bottle caps and killing radioactive cockroaches and whatever. It's kind of... I do like this kind of scene. I don't know that I'd want to live here permanently, but it's nice to see this on vacation. It's something different. All right, what's up, folks? We here in Isfahan. We chilling in the chillest city in Iran. This is the coolest city in Iran, right?
Arguable.
I mean, it's supposed to be. This is like where all the cool people
They
are.
say Isfahan Nesfahan, like Isfahan half of the world.
Yes, that's like the motto of Isfahan. Isfahan is half of the world, which I guess explains why that dome is like a hemisphere. It's like half of the world, right?
Looks like a giant titty.
It does. Well, yeah, because because it has that thing on the like that. Okay. This is a mosque, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say. I mean, I don't want to say too much because. But not everyone watching this video is going to be in the USA, so they're not all going to have First Amendment rights. I mean, I don't live in the USA anymore, so I don't have First Amendment rights either. So.
You're in Iran, you have no rights right now.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be respectful of people and their institutions and things. I'm a guest in this country, so I don't want to say anything that would be too disrespectful. But this is a mosque, I'm assuming, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so people come in here to like do religious things like pray and.
This seems to be like extremely old, even for a mosque. I think this is one of the more like sightseeing place, whereas like for people who would want to like actually pray in.
Okay, so it's not a place for actual Muslims to go and pray. It's more like a place for tourists.
I think so.
Okay, I see.
Because they could have rebuilt it anytime if they really wanted this to be like a praying place.
Yeah, it's like a classic building. Okay. Like in Italy, Italy has this sense, I guess there's an Italian term for it, but in English it translates as something like elegant decay. like everything's falling apart, but it's supposed to be beautiful because there are all these super old buildings that have been left in their original state, and they're all
just like try to preserve it as much as they can.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, have people see it.
Basically everything. Yeah, everything looks like trash because it's all broken down and old and falling apart. But it's so beautiful because it's old and it's Italy. You know, anywhere else it would be trash and people would tear it down and rebuild it. But in Italy, no, it's elegant decay. Anyway, sorry, we're in Iran, not in Italy. So yeah, we arrived here early in the morning, as I think hopefully people saw in earlier video segments, after like, what, a 6-hour bus trip? Yeah, it was about a 6-hour bus trip. Iran is huge. The thing is, one thing I wanted to say about Iran, which, let's see, are we going this way or this way? Left? Okay, let's go this way. One thing I just want to mention as we travel around so that it's clear to people, Iran is bigger than you probably think it is because it's closer to the equator. So when you look at Iran on a map as a Western person, Western people usually being from either the USA or Europe, equatorial countries, like countries that are closer to the equator, look smaller because they're more compressed, and then countries that are closer to the poles get stretched out so they look bigger. Like Greenland looks freaking huge on most map projections because it's close to the pole. But Iran is deceptively large. It's bigger than it looks because it's closer to the equator. I mean, it's not equatorial. It's not at the equator. It's not an equatorial country, but it's farther south than, Europe. So it.
Listen to that woman. It's bigger than it looks. I'm sorry.
Which woman?
Well, every woman that might see this video. Potentially.
I think. Have you said something that's insulting to women, sir?
No. Why would I insult women?
Sir, are you not Iranian? Are you not from a country that respects women's rights?
Yes, we do. That's why we have them wrapped up.
Yes, to preserve them and protect them. Yeah, to protect them from. Okay, anyway. So Iran is freaking huge. It takes like forever to get anywhere in Iran, which is like the mobility situation in Iran is quite grievous because there's so much stuff to see in Iran, and I'm here for 2 weeks, and even in these 2 weeks, I'm really going to be limited in how much I can show, just because it takes so long to get anywhere to see anything. Like, there is a metro in Isfahan, isn't there?
Yeah, but it's not finished. It doesn't go everywhere.
Okay, but it goes somewhere.
Yeah.
Does it go anywhere worth going?
I've never been on it.
You've never. Okay.
He's got a car. Doesn't need to use the metro system.
Typical Iranian.
The right, I'm sorry.
Typisch Iranisch. Okay. Yeah, so this is... I like these kinds of back alleys, too. These kind of back alleys remind me of playing Quest for Glory 2. Oh, do we go this way? Oh, nice. Check. Oh, nice. I like this. This is like getting into a... Ooh. Oh, this is looking nice. Okay, I'm going to pause the video for a sec, but I'll start filming when we get to that bazaar. This is cool. This is the real stuff. This is what we came for. All right, here we are. I see stuff like this, and I'm like, "That's right. This is the shit that I came for." Yeah, this is a real. Oh, cool. This is a real, authentic Middle Eastern bazaar with people selling stuff.
This is my first time here as an Iranian.
Let's see. What are people selling? Are we going all the way to the end there?
This is one of the entrances, so
Okay.
it should be, I guess, bigger than it looks. No pun intended.
Yes. Do you want to go this way? Oh, let's go this way. Okay, cool. Let's go. Oh, cool. Nice. Let's have a look at some. Wait, is this the thingy? Naksha Jahan. Okay, this is Naksha Jahan, which means.
Look at there, over there. It's pretty huge.
It's pretty big, actually. That's what she said. No, seriously. Like, what does Naksha Jahan mean?
It means either like map of the world or like art of the world.
Art.
Art, either art or map. Because
Okay.
Naksh
Can
mean
be translated either way. Okay. So this is either the map of the map of the world or the art of the world. Cool. But it's not really actually the world. I think.
Yeah, it's an old world, like Persian world. It either comes from Nakshe, which means map, or like Naqashi, which means art, or like
Okay.
drawing.
Cool, man. Cool.
That's one of the mansions that one of the shows. I don't remember if it's funny. I'm not good at history. But
Yeah, neither am I. All I know about history is that some shit happened. Like some stuff happened, and then some other things happened, and then people got really upset about it and fought each other, and a lot of people died. The end. That's human history. So it's a park basically. Oh man,
it's a bazaar and some historical places.
man, people send us all this way for a park. It doesn't even have. It doesn't even like. Where's the red light district?
What?
Where's the red light district?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm being very disrespectful of Iranian culture and history now. I should really be in awe of the incredible history that's represented by something. I'm sorry. I really, when I travel, I try to be more respectful of places. It's just kind of difficult with these guys here because like they don't care themselves. It's like I, as a foreigner, should be very reverent and say, "Oh, the beautiful history, beautiful culture." And it's like I've got these guys with me who live here, and they don't care. They don't even know what the history is. So it's a little bit. It just makes it a little bit difficult for me to take it seriously. But do you care about Iranian culture and history, sir?
Fuck Iranian culture.
Okay, that's a succinct opinion. I mean, to be fair, not every Iranian is like he is. There are actually Iranian people who take their history very seriously and are very proud of their history.
Most of them do, like,
Okay, so you are an atypical Iranian,
I guess so.
in contrast to the normal. Im Gegensatz zu dem sich normal verhaltenden Iraner, you're an anomaly. That was a Problembär reference for those who got it, or rather for those who didn't get it, I guess. We're just talking about Iranian history, so I was just saying, I guess there's some kind of rich history and culture imbued in this place that we are.
I think so too. Like as not one of those like very, those who are like very emphasize on culture, like who like are very proud of their culture.
Are you very proud of your Iranian? Are you very proud of?
I don't really think it really. I mean, I don't think I should be seeing that on the video, but I don't really think this amounts to anything.
Okay.
I mean, it is like pretty and all, but like, okay.
It's funny. I have noticed. You know how there's kind of an emphasis on immigrants these days? Like sometimes people say immigrants are treated better than native-born people. But I think part of the reason for that is that immigrants choose their country. Like where I live now too, in the country where I live, a lot of people say, I don't really care about my country. Like, I was born here, but so what? I didn't choose to be born here. It doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't offer you anything.
Yeah.
Yes, it is like a pretty exciting place, but like, what next?
Yeah. So I think that in general, people who are born somewhere have this attitude of like, yeah, I didn't choose to be born there. It doesn't mean anything to me. I lived there. I grew up there as a child because my parents raised me there. So what? I don't care. But if you immigrate to another country, that means something to you. Your new country has meaning for you because it's something that you chose for yourself. You said deliberately, I want to move there and live there.
But also, like, I guess it can kind of come from complacency as well, because like, for me, like for example, I'm a northerner, so I've been like always. I was born close to the sea, so it's like pretty normal for me being around the sea and being in green places. But like other Iranian people, like always kind of like say, yeah, I'm envious. Like
you mean
envy you.
You mean the Caspian Sea?
Yeah, the Caspian Sea. Like they're like, yeah, you're close to the sea. You get to like hang out. You get to swim. And I don't even remember the last time that I
Yeah.
did that song. So
Yeah. And it was I get it too because like I lived in San Francisco for like 10 years, and oh hey, horse carriage ride. That's cool. I mean, that's a very touristy thing. Like, this is really a touristy place, I guess. Like, a lot of people come here for tourism purposes, like domestic tourism too. I don't think there are many foreign tourists here, but even a lot of Iranians probably come here to experience the map of the world or the art of the world or whatever. I mean, I was going to say, I lived in San Francisco for 10 years, and I have to confess, I have never once in my life been on the Golden Gate Bridge. I once went to a park, I think it was Presidio Park, where you can see it from the hill, and I was like, cool, it's the Golden Gate Bridge. I saw it once and that's it. I never really felt the need to walk or drive down it because it doesn't go anywhere. But tourists to San Francisco, of course, they have to drive across the bridge. I was like, holy cow, it's the Golden Gate Bridge, oh boy, it's the Golden Gate Bridge. So I get that. So I think that's one of the reasons why in today's world, governments are more heavily emphasizing and favoring immigrants, because a lot of people who were born in a country are not grateful. They're not at all grateful for what they have in their country. They just say, well, I was born here, so who cares? But immigrants are grateful. They say, wow, I'm really grateful that I could live in the country that I chose to live in. I want to be a good citizen. I want to, So, I mean, it's for me that way as well. Like, I don't live in my country of birth. And the country that I chose for me has more personal meaning for me than where I was born. So, I understand that. I get that. Anyway, sorry, long rant, but I wasn't apologizing to you. I don't care about you.
I forgive you.
I'm apologizing to the YouTube viewers who have to sit through that.
I forgive you.
I don't care what you think. You don't have to forgive me because I don't give a care.
What a missed opportunity. My boyfriend actually left here like an hour and a half ago.
Okay, you just came out on YouTube.
Boyfriend.
You meant
my girlfriend.
yes, of
Where's
course.
she going?
Yes, yeah. Okay. Do you want me to edit that part out or?
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
What's that?
Number 27 carpet.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just couldn't read that.
It says number 27 carpet.
No, that one. The one in red.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a Persian word.
but that's not a real language.
It is. It is our noodle language.
No,
It
that's
makes perfect sense.
no, that's some Asian language. That's not a real language.
It's the bomb language.
Yeah, exactly. I don't. Bomb language. I don't know these terrorist languages. Come on, what are you talking about?
Yeah. It says Allah Akbar. It says.
Yeah, of course. So actually, it's a pretty good view from here. Hold on, okay, let's get a little bit closer to the center, and I'll get it. This is a nice shot of the mosque and everything in the background. Well, no, it's yeah. Thank you. Sorry, I'm such a. I know I'm such a whore for my videos. Like I know I try to.
Okay. Just a second. Was this story also aimed for your viewers, or?
I'm still filming. This is for YouTube. This is going on YouTube. So this is a nice view right down the middle of the map of the world, where you can see that mosque in the background and some other dome on the left, which has a bunch of scaffolding on it, and people doing their things, whatever they're doing. I don't know what normal human beings do. What do normal human beings do in a park?
I guess they just enjoy the aesthetics, the weather. I don't know. They probably would, like, as an Iranian family, I guess they would bring like tea. They would just like drink tea and be like out in the open.
I can't imagine enjoying life. I wonder what that's like. Is that would you recommend that experience or?
Well, that requires for you to be a human being.
Yeah, it's like I don't think
feel human emotions.
I don't think I have the prerequisites for that experience. Yeah, I'll have to pass on that. Okay, so greetings to everyone from the map of the world. I guess that's enough. Oh, there's some stores selling stuff here.
Yeah.
I guess that's enough. I think we saw enough here. I'll go ahead and stop the video. So we're standing here on top of the Ali Rapu Palace. And from the observation deck here, you get a nice view of the square down there. We did have to pay to get in here, but it's not that expensive, so pay to. Oh, I think that's a tour group there. I don't want to get in the middle of the tour group. There's the map of the world or art of the world plaza where we were before.
نمیدونم من خودم
بیا
So from here you get nice views of, well, mostly of the square down there. I mean, you don't really, I mean, you do sort of see the city of Isfahan in the background, but you can't really see many details of it from here. But there is a city there beyond this park, plaza, square. Is this like this woman's pet duck, or is this just some random duck walking on the street? We're in a street somewhere in Isfahan, not far from that plaza. I think this is literally that woman's pet. Yeah, it's that woman's pet duck.
Yeah, exactly. It's my first time seeing that as well.
I've never seen that. I thought it was just like some random duck wandering around, but no, it actually belongs to that woman.
She's casually just walking her duck around.
It is actually a pet duck. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Well, today was a special day. We saw a pet duck.
Yeah. Well, we needed to see, honestly. Come visit us in Iran. We have pet ducks around.
So just because I don't think we'll be here again, I'm going to just make a short video of this area. So this is a part of Isfahan. What is this neighborhood called?
Julfa.
Julfa.
Yeah.
There's no K at the end. Julfa.
Okay, good. Thank you for clarifying that, sir. So this is Julfa. So this is like the rich part of town. This is where all the rich POPB, like
One of the rich neighborhoods.
one of the rich neighborhoods in Isfahan. I remember last time we went to like a nice restaurant here, and they actually had in the restaurant, they had like a Western style toilet in the bathroom, which shows that there are a lot of foreigners who come here, because usually Iranian places won't have like sit down toilets, they'll just have, you know, Eastern latrines, like squat toilets. So this is a rich place for, you said there are a lot of Armenians here?
Yeah.
So like a lot of rich Armenian people come here, and I guess
They live here.
why do they live here? Like why do they come from Armenia to here?
I don't know. They were here from the start. From
Oh,
a
okay,
long
so
time ago.
Okay, so they've been here since like 5,000 years ago, and so they just kind of
Yeah,
stayed here.
something like that.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. So yeah, so greetings from Julfa, the rich Armenian quarter district neighborhood of Isfahan, half of the world. So we're on a road trip to Shiraz. We're like somewhere between Isfahan and Shiraz, and we've just stopped here to buy some drinks and stuff from this little store here. This is, I guess, a pretty typical scene around here. You know, kind of like a abandoned desert kind of place. But across the street, they do have some kind of agriculture going on there. They're growing something, I don't know what, but they've got like greenhouses there. So they do grow stuff here. I mean, there is agriculture here. There is the possibility of growing produce, things to eat. It's just, you know, you get a lot of places that look like this as well. So we're just chilling out here. We took another rest stop because, oh wow, this is nice. There's a lake down there. Oh wow, this is really nice. This is like a little nature area here. I didn't realize there was all this stuff here. It's like a park and a lake and everything. We just came here to stop driving for a bit because we've been driving for like 4 hours. We just wanted to take a short break. There's like an attendant there. There's a prayer room there, and there's an attendant who's like selling stuff at a little shop. The guy at the shop, he perceived that I was obviously not Iranian, and so he asked me something, and my friends translated for me. Apparently, he asked me. They told him I'm from Germany, so he asked me literally like. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if my friends are pulling my leg, but apparently the guy asked me literally in Farsi, "Do you fuck pussies in Germany?" And I said, yes, I assume so. I mean, there are children in Germany. I assume that there must be some way of conceiving them, probably. Apparently, Iranian people, man, they're not as prudish as people might think. People might think of Iran as like a very sort of conservative place, but man, Iranian people, these folks are. Wow, this is nice. It's like a little chessboard here. This is beautiful. This is wonderful. Like a nice little nature area in the middle of nowhere with a beautiful lake with like a statue of dolphins jumping out of it, and wow, this is lovely. My gosh, this is a literal oasis, because we are in the middle of the desert. This is a literal oasis with a beautiful park that's been built up around it with like statues of deer and stuff, and like a chessboard they can sit at and play chess or checkers on, and some guy who asks if you fuck pussies in Germany. I mean, gosh, this is beautiful. I'm glad we stopped here. I thought this was just gonna be like it looked like just a little shack selling snacks by the side of the highway, but actually this is wonderful. It's like a lovely place to stop and rest for a while. So I'm glad we came here. Are you glad we came here now? Are you glad we came here now? Kind of. This is beautiful. I was not expecting to see like
It's actually kind of nice.
It's nice. Yeah. I mean, we could fuck pussies in German here.
That's a juju, yeah?
A juju.
Juju.
What's a juju?
Over there.
The dolphins?
Dogs.
Oh, dogs.
Yeah. Juju.
Dogs, not dogs.
Oh, ducks.
Ducks, yeah. The dog.
Oh, ducks.
Duck, yeah.
Juju.
Juju. I don't know juju, but oh, this thing here. You mean this thing right here?
That doesn't seem like a duck.
That's not a duck. That's it's like a crane. I think it's
Flamingo.
no, it's not. Flamingos are pink. We hopefully we'll see flamingos in Bandara Bus again, but no, this is a.
Did you see one last time?
Yeah, last time we saw like a whole flock of flamingos on the beach in Bandar. Yeah,
I mean, I went there too, but I didn't see them.
I really hope we see them again. I was shocked. That was the first time I've seen flamingos in the wild in my life, in my whole life. So I hope we see them again in Bandar. But this is not a flamingo. This is, I think, a crane or maybe a heron.
Cranes are bigger though.
Maybe it's a heron then. I don't know.
What crane is enforcing? I want to paint this.
I think you can.
I can't understand how this place is so sunny yet so fucking cold.
Because it's the desert, dude.
Not cold.
It is actually kind of cold. I mean, it's not freezing cold, but it is actually a little chilly. It's just chillier than I mean, well, it's December, dude. It's December. Anyway, greetings from wherever this is. Yeah. Okay, we've just arrived in Shiraz. I'm going to take some further video of Shiraz tomorrow, but I just want to make sure that you folks understand that your health is important here in Iran. If you ever need any drugs, you can go to a drugger tour. Make sure that you buy your drugs at
It's
a...
either a very clever name or they're just straight up stupid.
I mean, it could be stealth marketing. It could be that everybody wants to film this
But
sign.
here's the thing, the Persian word says like a drugstore, like a pharmacy.
So it actually is correct in Persian.
I think,
Okay.
yeah, in Persian it means that, but I don't know, it's either a very smart marketing technique or
Okay.
it's just a big...
All right. Let's walk away from the drugger tour and find a hotel. We're looking for a Holet now, I guess.
Holet,
A Holet, yes.
Hotel.
Yes, yes. So we got a hotel room here in Shiraz. We got 4 beds because we're 4 guys traveling. Bit of a surprise for us. The toilet only has this Western style toilet, which is unusual. Most hotels, as far as I know, in Iran, I mean, obviously many foreign people will stay in hotels, so it makes sense to have a Western toilet because people may come here from Western countries, but there should be domestic tourists here as well, and so they should have an Iranian style toilet for Iranian tourists. The room itself is fairly unremarkable. One interesting detail that I just wanted to pick on, because this is something you'll obviously not see in a Western hotel. This is an arrow pointing the direction to Mecca. So, like when you need to pray, like Muslims will need to pray, they know which direction to face when they need to face Mecca. That's kind of, I guess, something unique to Muslim countries. Let's take a look outside. Let's get a look at the view outside. This is the view from our lovely hotel here in Shiraz, and obviously, it's dark outside because we got here at night, but that's what Shiraz looks like at night, or this part of it. I guess we'll go out and explore it tomorrow. Okay, so we're here on some street in Shiraz. We're going to, where are we going?
Office. Tomb of Hafiz.
The tomb of what?
Hafiz.
Hafiz. He's a poet. Okay, so we're going to see Hafiz tomb. This is this little stream here with the fountains feeding it is probably the first nice thing that we've seen in Shiraz.
Yeah.
First impressions of Shiraz are quite bad. The city is really choked with traffic. Like, everywhere you go, it's so thick with traffic. It takes forever to get anywhere. It took us like ages just to drive here, and public transit is, obviously there's a bus, so there's some kind of public transit, but I guess it takes forever as well because it drives on the street. I think there is a metro, but it doesn't go to most places except in the center, so yeah, and it's kind of dirty and kind of unpleasant. Shiraz has a nice reputation. Like, I was told it's the most beautiful city in Iran. I think that might be for the tourist places. Like, there might be a few shrines and palaces and things that are nice, but outside of that, it doesn't seem like a nice city. Those are our first impressions, but we'll see how it looks later.
The other cat's like, "Ooh, I'm just a little white cat. Leave me alone."
So here we have a clear case of racial brutality, black on white, racially motivated violence.
He's also recording. You can just record. Oh my god. Oh no, the poor white cat is getting assaulted by the black cat.
White cat lives matter.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe the white cat called him the N-word.
that could be.
Yeah,
That would make sense. That would be a logical explanation for what happened.
Aw. This is not a Disney movie.
Anyway, so where are we?
We're getting close to the entrance of the office tomb.
Okay, cool. So this is not the tomb yet.
Not yet, though.
Okay, what's this building?
It says... what the fuck?
That's a good title for a building.
Yeah, it says like management and like planning, like organization
Okay.
of Fars province.
Oh yeah, because this city is in the... So yeah, this is the city of Shiraz in the province called Fars. Is that related to Farsi, the language?
Yeah, it comes from the name of our land, Pars. It means like our race, like we're Persian.
Okay. But Fars is just one province of...
Yes, it's the name of the province, yeah.
Okay. So
Actually, the language used to be called Parsi as well.
Parsi.
Yeah, but over time it changed to Farsi.
Okay. So is it like one of those things where they... I'm trying to understand why the language is called Farsi when Fars is just one province in larger Persia.
Keine Ahnung.
Keine Ahnung. Wovon hast du dann Ahnung?
I don't normally have any Ahnung.
Okay, you don't... Du hast normalerweise keine Ahnung. Okay. Also das ist ganz normal für dich. Okay. So we're going to the tomb, which I'm assuming is somewhere up ahead. Possibly. So this is a nice shot up a, I guess, is this an alley? It's a street, right? It's a back street. This is a shot up a back street to the...
Right close, like right next to the tomb.
Right next to the tomb. I think we're right next to the tomb, yeah. Do you know who this person is in this bust here?
I have no... There's this, like,
there is. Okay, there is a plaque on it. All right.
Goethe? Is that...
Oh, is it Goethe?
I think so.
Oh, it's Goethe.
Yeah, it is.
Why is there a bust of Goethe in Shiraz?
I have no clue, but it says that the German politic and poets and, you know, artists and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, like all around sort of symbol of German culture. Okay. I was wondering why there's all that yellow stuff on it. It's probably bird excrement, would be my first guess. Which is the usual fate of such statues that are erected in honor of famous people. They have birds poop on them for all eternity, or until the statues get torn down in the next revolution. So here, something for tourists. We have a gentleman who's doing some kind of Persian calligraphy. He does a pretty nice job. It looks like
it's impressive.
I mean, it's an artwork, obviously, but it is words. Like it actually said. Can you read something that it says? Like,
I think.
Is it like poetry or?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so it's poetry. So he makes poetry and he makes these sort of nice designs out of them. Why is there like a 10 2-mon bill in front? Is that?
You could like tip him.
Oh, you can tip him money for having him do calligraphy. Okay, can we buy? I'm assuming we can buy his calligraphy, right?
You could have him, right, on those like tiny papers, I guess, paper sheets, the brown ones.
Can we pay him like 10 2-mons to have him make a thing like this that says Amin is gay?
You want it like this big?
It needs to be that big, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, that's enough. Thank you very much, sir. Merci. So I guess I understand why people say Shiraz is the most beautiful city in Iran. It's probably because of stuff like this. This is the site going up to the tomb. We're debating whether we should actually pay to go in because I'm a foreigner, and the price for foreigners is literally about 8 times what Iranians would pay, which is just kind of outrageous. It's like, okay, I've seen places where foreign citizens pay more. Like in Russia, it was like that. I think for the for the Hermitage in St. Petersburg, for example, I paid more as a foreigner than Russians do, but it wasn't like exorbitant. But here, as a foreigner, I'd have to pay 8 times what an Iranian pays. That's just obscene. That's not even. That's actually kind of insulting. It's a little bit insulting. So we're kind of debating whether it's worth it to go in just to see a tomb. I don't know. We'll discuss. Okay, so we didn't pay to get into the tomb of General Grant or whatever it was because we were like, it's literally just a tomb, and we're not going to pay it's the principle of the thing. It's not even that expensive. It's like €4, I guess, for me as a foreigner. But come on, to pay like 8 times the going rate just because I'm a foreigner, it's just the principle of the thing, you know. So we paid to get into this instead, which is what is this place that we paid to get into?
I do not know.
It's some kind of temple or something with like some...
It's like some garden / palace.
Right, some garden and palace and stuff with... What are these fruits? Like what kind of fruit trees
so
are...
These are some sort of citrus, we call them naranj. They are like somewhere in between like oranges and lemons, but they're like very sour. You just use them in food, and they're typically found in like mostly northern places, but...
That's pretty awesome. So...
They have them here as well.
I did not even know there's a fruit between a lemon and an orange.
They simply does not exist where you guys come from.
And it's called a norange. Naranj. That's awesome. So a norange is between an orange and a lemon because he wanted orange.
Yeah. Well, life over here gives us naranjas instead of...
Yes. And so you make noranjade.
Yeah.
Noranjade. Очень schade. Sehr schade. Okay. So, so we paid to get into here because it's cheaper and there's more to see. I still had to pay, like, well, I didn't pay. You guys paid for me because Iranians like.
No, we'll take the money from you.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. We're not that kind.
Okay. Iranians are so generous that they don't let me pay for anything here because I'm the guest and there's okay. Anyway, that's another matter. So yeah. So it was cheaper to get in here, and there's more to see, so we thought, okay, this is a better deal, so we'll come here and see some stuff and things. But generally, it seems to be the case, not only in Shiraz, but I guess in Iran in general, that foreigners have to pay much more to get into places like this, because also...
Even this one, like, even though this one was, like, cheaper, it was still, like, slightly higher for foreigners.
Yeah.
Compared to the, like,
Because like in Isfahan, the temple that we went to, where we went on top and saw the map of the world below, that was also like way more expensive for me as a foreigner, wasn't it? Yeah, so it's like it seems to be just kind of an Iranian thing. They charge foreigners.
I mean, they somehow have to make money.
They somehow have to make money. Yeah, I mean, it's not even that much money. Like you said, it was about €4 for me.
3 to 4 euros.
€3 to €4, and it's like 8 times as much as you pay. So you guys would pay like €0.5, the equivalent of €0.5 to get in. So it's not even that much money, but it's just like the principle of the thing. Like I said, it's just kind of. Like again, I've seen other places that do that, but not to that degree. Not like an 8-fold increase for foreigners.
So,
What does that sign say?
toilet! Yay!
Is that a toilet?
No, there.
Oh, okay. No, what?
This
No.
one's... Okay, I'm sorry, let's just...
What does the sign say?
It says the Jahannama Museum.
Jahannam Museum. Okay.
Jahannam, like Jahan means Lord.
Oh, there we go. It says it in Latin letters up there. Jahannam Museum. Yeah. This guy.
You pay this for this.
To get into the.
Also pay again.
You have to pay again to get into the museum? Seriously? That's bullshit. Yeah, this guy's been complaining the whole time in Shiraz because like Shiraz tends to have Western style toilets, and he like. Do you want to tell us about the toilets? Since
I mean, I guess it's a good thing for like Western, tourists.
it's a good thing for it's a good thing
Here.
it's a good thing for foreign tourists, sure. But most of the tourists here are domestic tourists. They're tourists from other places in Iran.
True, but then again, like most of even like Iranian people are like leaning towards the seating toilets nowadays. But us specifically, we don't necessarily like get along with those type of toilets. So.
Yeah, like this guy says he literally cannot use a Western style toilet. He can you can sit on it, but you can't actually make anything happen. I think you just have to get used to it because, as you said, the trend in Iran is sort of going in that direction. More and more toilets are becoming Western style, so I think that's going to be the future. So you will have to get used to it one way or another. But we're going to try to find a toilet that he can use because he's been like talking all day yesterday and all day today that he needs a toilet to use. So we'll try to find him a toilet.
Thanks for putting that on YouTube, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that it?
No, it's okay. That was a joke.
Okay, no problem. Oh, hey, Goshka. See that cat? That cat can probably use a Western style toilet.
Well,
So you can too,
it's
sir.
amazing that all your viewers are going to be talking about my bowel movements.
Well, your bowel movements are very important. That's just because we care so much. We consider your bowel movements so important to us. Which way are we going?
I think it's,
Didn't you want to go to a toilet?
I do. I don't even know where.
Okay, we're gonna look for a toilet. Okay. Do you guys know what kinds of flowers these are? Do you guys know what kinds of flowers these are?
I think it's cabbage? No.
It's
Okay.
not
Cabbage?
These are not cabbages, no. I don't
They're growing.
Looks like cabbage.
They're growing cabbage in the royal garden, or not the royal garden, but whatever you call it. So yeah, this is a cute little garden with stuff growing in it. It actually looks quite nice. This is actually probably worth paying like a couple bucks to get into because it's certainly nicer than the rest of Shiraz. I mean, like I was saying before, I think. Are we going this way?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're going to the toilet. I don't know where we're going.
Which way is the toilet? I don't know which
I
way.
guess it's over there. We could go like either.
Can we walk on the grass? Is that allowed?
There should be a way. Yeah, there is a way.
I mean,
You can make a right.
oh, you mean up here? Oh, we'd have to step over these plants, though. Okay. I am too delicate and gentle to do such a thing. I cannot.
You or the flowers?
I am such a delicate little flower. I cannot. Okay. I'm a little lady. That's what I am. Yikes forever. Okay. So this is nice, but I wouldn't say that Shiraz deserves to be called the most beautiful city in Iran because it has a garden like this. I think it's more like Shiraz has a few nice tourist spots which are very nice to look at, but the rest of Shiraz is still kind of a...
I still kind of would want you to visit north.
So people
Especially,
people keep telling me that I should visit the north of Iran because it's supposedly the nicest place in Iran, because that's where things actually grow. Like that's the part of Iran that's not a desert.
like that aside, even like us Iranians, like especially people who are from Tehran, like the moment they find like an off day, they will just set off to north.
What's an off day? Oh, off day.
Off
Okay.
day, yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
When like they have
A day off.
a day off, they will just go to the north, just to spend their time, have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was told that Tabriz is a strong contender for the most beautiful city in Iran, but other people told me, it's just like Europe. I mean, to Iranians, it's beautiful because it's green. Like, it's not a desert. Trees actually grow there, and grass and flowers and things. But to somebody from the West, it's just like a European city or a North American city. Oh,
Kitties, there's
kittens.
a couple of them.
They're not even cats, they're kittens. Oh, it's little kittens living under this trailer. Oh.
He's
No.
offering the cat cigarettes.
I don't think they smoke.
Well, not yet.
Not yet, yeah. Oh, little kittens living under a trailer kind of thing.
Show hidden cat in Iran smokers.
What?
A cat that smokes.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that cat wants to smoke. I think it's probably either it's hungry or it's wary or both.
So far, it's been the prettiest thing we've seen in Shiraz.
That is probably that is actually, you're probably right. What, you haven't seen me, sir? You haven't seen moi? Okay. So, where was I? Yeah, talking about the north of Iran. So, yeah, some people told me actually Tabriz should be the most beautiful city in Iran, but it's so far out there. Like, it's way in the northwestern corner, close to Azerbaijan, and I just...
Also, it's way colder than any other cities that you've visited so far.
Temperature-wise, you mean? Yeah. I mean, I don't mind cold temperatures necessarily. I hope I'm dressed for it, but it's just... What did you say?
About a nest of a bird, or like a statue of a nest of a bird. I don't fucking know. It's random.
Some old guy just walked by and suddenly started telling something to us. So, I just didn't have the time. Yeah, I saw trees before. What?
Olive? No.
Oh, he's asking what kind of tree this is.
I think it's an olive tree.
He was talking about those.
Oh, about those statues of birds.
Oh, the birds. Oh, the little birds. They're not real birds though. They're just made of, I don't know, paper mache or something like
They're
that.
not paper. They're. What do you say? I don't fucking know, but from. I don't know the word in English.
Say the word in Farsi.
Is it soil?
Soil? Okay.
Is it soil?
I don't think it's soil.
Yeah, me
Clay, probably.
Clay, yeah.
Clay. Okay, clay. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Or ceramic. I guess you can say as a more general term. I keep getting distracted. So yeah. So I thought about going to Tabriz because it's supposedly a nice city. It is one of the biggest cities in Iran, but I just didn't have the time budget. Because again, I keep complaining about mobility in Iran, but honestly, mobility in Iran is terrible. Like they have buses and trains, but getting tickets is kind of. Oh, he found a toilet. He found a toilet after like 2 days. After 2 days, he's finally gonna be able to take a poop. I just did not have the time budget to go to Tabriz because the train network in Iran is quite bad. Like the trains are really slow and expensive, and it's hard to get tickets. And buses are faster than trains, which is kind of tells you how bad the trains are. Buses are more efficient to travel with than trains, and they're cheaper. They're a little bit less comfortable. It's a little bit less comfortable to ride in a bus, but it's faster and cheaper to ride with a bus than a train. But it's difficult to get bus tickets for foreigners because when you buy bus tickets, you usually have to give your Iranian ID number, and I don't have that because I'm not Iranian. So, yeah, that makes it difficult for my friends to buy me tickets, and I can't even pay for things here myself because my bank cards don't work because Iran is cut off from the global financial network just as Russia is. So yeah, complications. So yeah, getting anywhere takes forever in Iran, and getting anywhere even inside one city takes forever. Like I said, it took us like all morning just to drive here from the city center of Shiraz. So yeah, I did not go to Tabriz just because I didn't have the time. And as a foreigner, you can only stay here 15 days. Like you can't. Most countries let you stay at least 30 days, but in Iran, the maximum length you can stay as a foreigner, the maximum length visa you can get is 15 days. So yeah, that made it complicated. So I decided not to go to Tabriz. But apparently, allegedly, the north of Iran is like the nicest part of Iran because it's more agricultural, more green. Anyway, where to go? I've been abandoned by my friends. I need to find them now. Okay, we're back. So everybody had to use the bathroom because nobody's had a proper Iranian toilet for like 2 days. So did you enjoy using the toilet there, sir?
Yes, sir.
Was it worth paying to enter here just to be able to use the toilet?
No, sir.
Okay, but you're still happy that you used the toilet?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you don't have to call me sir every time, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Okay, fuck you, sir. So, so tell us about this guy who was talking to us last night and wanted to sell us drugs or something, or he wanted to sell...
Okay, so we went to this like food place that sells like these specific soups we call osh.
Yeah, osh is a type of soup, and it's one of my favorite Iranian foods, by the way, personally.
Yeah, so we were just there, and I guess these two guys were just curious and just started talking to Adam.
That's me, by the way. That is I.
Yep, and just talking about random stuff like, hey, what do you do? Where are you coming from? What do you like? You know, you should visit this place. You should eat that, and those kind of stuff.
Yeah, and these were just like random guys just sitting around on the street, and they offered us alcohol. He actually offered us to give us wine.
Because like Shiraz is like pretty well known for its wine.
Yeah.
So yeah, they did that.
I would like to point out, because people watching may not know this, I'd like to point out alcohol is illegal in Iran, and it's like seriously, like it's not just like a small thing, like you go to prison for it. So on the street, two total strangers offered us alcohol, just like in a friendly way. Like I don't think there was any.
They were just trying to be like, I guess, hospitable, you know.
Yeah, they were friendly, hospitable guys. But I think I'm sort of getting an idea of why some people like Shiraz. It seems like people here are just very laid back, just very kind of relaxed and casual and friendly people. Which, you know, if you like that kind of thing, I'm not saying it's bad, but
It's not as.
It's just a little bit. I don't know. It feels just a bit odd. Like I don't have anything against alcohol. Like I myself don't drink much, but I'm not saying it's bad. It just feels a bit strange to be offered like something that is technically illegal by total strangers on a street, like people you've just met like 2 minutes ago. Just seems like, I mean, this is the environment. It's kind of like places like San Francisco, you know, just where everybody's just really cool and everybody takes drugs and everybody's just totally chill and it's cool, bro. Hey, it's cool. Just relax, bro. Be cool. And you know, if you like that kind of thing, then I guess that's why people like Shiraz. That's not really my style. It's not my kind of scene. So that's might be one reason why I don't like it as much. Is it your kind of scene, sir?
Not really.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't like Shiraz, but some people do. Another cat. There are so many cats in Iran. I was told that Istanbul was supposed to have a lot of cats, but I saw like an average number of cats in Istanbul. But in Iran, all over the place, I just see tons of cats everywhere.
Every single street, every single park you go, there are at least like a bunch of cats.
Yeah,
Like,
at least a bunch. At least a bunch of cats, yes.
I was gonna say like 2, 3, but then
You decided to be less specific than that, yeah, okay. All right, so have we seen most of this place already?
I think we did go around the place.
I mean, we went around the complex, and there are like other sub-museums that you can go into, but you have to pay additional to get into those sub-museums. So, we're going to see some sub-museums. We're just going to go back out on the street and go somewhere else. And
also like record this.
Hey, thank you for pointing it out. I didn't even notice this because I was walking right next to this, and I was so close I didn't see it.
Actually, you know, these type of stuff are taught to us in school.
Yeah.
So as like literature.
Uh huh.
So yeah, they just put it up here. I guess.
So this is the story of.
I do not know exactly.
Why is that guy poking himself in an eye in his eye?
He's just pulling it out.
Oh, he's Oh, is that an arrow?
Yeah.
He's pulling an arrow out of his eye. Okay, that's a little. What?
He's just reading the poem. He's just reading the poem.
Oh, he's reading the poem. Okay.
توانی که گفتی که روی این تنم بلند آسمان بر زمین برزنم. Yeah.
It's like old Persian, like you, even I don't understand like what it's exactly saying.
Okay.
چنین گفت رستم به
I'm not sure he's going to read the whole poem, but I'm not going to wait for that. So we're here at a place called Persepolis, which is about 20. That's the English name. It has some Iranian name, which I'm going to need to remember. I'm going to need to ask you guys later what the name was. But this is some kind of big tourist place. It's about 20 kilometers away from Shiraz, so we're gonna check it out. So here we are in Persepolis. What's the Iranian name of Persepolis?
Hafta Jamshid, which literally means throne, the throne of Jamshid.
Hafta Jamshid. Okay, so this is Jamshid's throne. So this is a good place to suit and be lucky too, with lots of flowers. That's an inside joke, which people on YouTube are not going to get.
Flowers.
Yeah.
You can edit them onto the video later.
Oh, I guess I'm not going to go to that much trouble. No, I don't do video editing. I'm way too lazy for that. I just copy the videos and upload them. That's it. So what are we walking up towards? We're walking up to some kind of gate or something that is like, I guess it's made of stone.
Yes.
Is that the throne of Jamshid?
That is the gate, the entrance gate, the entrance gate. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then that's the actual place. But I guess the only remaining parts are the pillars. You can't see the roof, the wall gone, but you can see the pillars.
Right. Okay. Kind of like. I was gonna say you were saying Persepolis is Iranian, but I'm not sure that it is because names like Olis, that's a Greek suffix.
Yeah, these are like old Persian names, like super old Persian names.
Okay. So these pillars are very old.
Yep.
We
Are-
have a football team in Iran.
Yeah.
Let
That
me
name
check
is
how old it
Persepolis.
actually is.
Persepolis. Okay.
Persepolis is Tehran,
But it's still pretty old.
yeah.
See?
So are these pillars older than like?
See? I think so.
No, I mean I was trying to think of something appropriate to, like
Founded by Darius in 518 BC.
Darius in 518 BC. Okay, that's even older than like the Commodore 64. That's older than the Commodore PET. Wow.
Like me too, because I don't see stuff. I don't
Yeah, I sort of belong to the same category of people who are like, you come to these places and some people are just full of awe and wonder and, wow, it's so old. It's a stone pillar from like more than 2,000 years ago.
I mean, it is kind of fascinating, like when you think about, like, how did they even manage to build this? Because like they had to carve like actual stones to make like these pillars, or like how did they even move them?
Yeah, I mean the engineering that went into it is impressive, and it's kind of like the pyramids in Egypt. It's like people go to the pyramids and say, "Oh wow, how did they do that?" But well, I've never been to Egypt, so I can't speak personally, but I think they look the same as they do in photographs.
Yeah, exactly. I can say wow.
Yeah.
I see the picture.
I'm not that kind of person. Like, if like I remember talking to somebody who said they'd gone to see the pyramids and became actually emotional. Like that actually became like personally emotional just because, wow, it's the pyramids.
Do you think it like carved space?
Yeah.
Which carved space?
Is it like just like that small? It's not little, but is it, I don't know if it's like an entrance to something.
Oh, in the mountain? You mean like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
sort of path or whatever that's been carved? It looks like an entrance. Yeah. Looks like there's some kind of entrance that's been carved into the mountain. It probably goes into some mountain temple or something.
I don't know. It's also I mean, it's not my first time. I was here when I was a little kid, but I don't remember anything.
Yeah. I won't remember anything from this trip either because I'm too old. Yeah? Oh, we need to buy tickets. Okay, we need to buy tickets before we go in. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's why we're friends, because we don't really get too moved with this kind of thing. We're too rational.
Okay, do I get only like 4 normal ones and we just try to sneak them in or?
I don't know.
Let's
Work.
all right, so here we are inside. We've gotten inside the tomb of, or not the tomb, the throne of Jamshed. And this is the view from up here. I mean, there's not much to see. There's some trees and terrain. But yeah, so here we can see those pillars. I guess this is how old was this? This was from 518 BC or something like that?
518 BC, yeah.
Cool, awesome. Can't believe I actually remembered that. So, yeah, it actually looks Greek too, doesn't it? Like the pillars are kind of Greek in their style. I mean, it really seems to me like a Greek kind of thing, sort of. I don't know. Maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Iranians say that the Greeks copied it from the
Greeks,
from Iranians.
Greeks
I don't know
copied.
which ones to do.
Greeks copied it from the Persians. I mean, that's possible, I guess, theoretically. It's neither provable nor disprovable. All right, should we go that way? Or
We can go this way or that way.
that was my question. Do we go this way or that way?
That is up to you, sir.
Okay, do we vote?
I don't mind.
Okay. So here we have a couple of big chess pieces for people who like to play chess.
Yeah, for people who watch Harry Potter. Have you watched Harry Potter?
What's Harry Potter?
Harry Potter.
Is that like a brand of perfume or?
Are you kidding?
He's just playing dumb. No, he's just playing dumb. There's just no way on earth that he doesn't know what Harry Potter is.
Oh, that's that guy with that. He's the guy with the hat.
Yes, but no.
Okay. So we're here in Persepolis.
Yep.
Haba Jamshed. Kahta Jamshed. And yeah, this stuff looks pretty old. I mean, this must be at least 10 years old. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm running out of... Oh man, I'm tired. I'm sorry, it's just...
I apologize to your viewers.
Yes, that's whom I'm apologizing to, because they're gonna have to... This is gonna be like a minute of their lives that they'll never get back. So I guess that thing up there is like some king's tomb. What was the name of the king?
Ardeshir.
Ardeshir. So it's Ardeshir's tomb, and I guess you can walk up there. Like people are actually walking up the path. There is a path up there, so I guess we can walk up there and like get a nice. There's probably a nice view from up there, so we should walk the path to Ardeshir's tomb and look down upon what was once Persepolis before it became a. Well, it's still Persepolis, but now it's different because you can't.
The Islamic version.
Yeah, because you can't step into the same Persepolis twice. So we're here under this kind of structure here. There's some, I guess the. Huh? Oh, thank you. Yeah, this artwork of some horse attacking a lion, or probably vice versa, actually.
That is not a horse. It's got horns.
Don't horses have horns?
Do they?
I don't know. I've never seen a horse.
And oh yeah, they all have earrings. The guys.
Oh,
Little faggots. I mean,
They're-
yeah.
sir, this is going on YouTube. You'll reduce the manufacturer's suggested retail price of my YouTube channel.
Gay people.
We love gay people, except for you. So I guess this was like, were these the city walls or something? Or I guess part of it. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with this metal scaffolding that they have underneath. Like this is, I didn't know they had stuff like this 2,000 years ago, and this has really held up well over like 2,500 years. So that's pretty.
We're smart people.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive actually. Oh, we can't go in here. Oh. No entry. They really like doing that with the. There was no. First we had an entrance, and now we have an entry or no entry.
I mean, come on. English is a stupid language. It is supposed to be enterans and enteri because it's, you know.
Of course. Actually, you know what? That's what we just saw is the correct spelling, and people who live in English-speaking countries just get it wrong. You're right. That's what we learned today. So what we also learned in the meantime is, so I guess we're going to go up there. We're going to try. Hopefully we have enough time before this place closes. But we realized there's actually another one up there. Like there's, I don't know how many king's tombs there are buried in the, or built into that mountainside, but I guess there must be several of them. So, yeah, I guess we should get moving. So we found a place where we can go up here, where we have some crumbled pillars and things. I'm gonna, I guess, take just a moment to film what's here. What is this? Was this? Looks like this was some kind of more defined sculpture at some point in time, like a sphinx or something. So we could go. Do we want to go in that little? We're pressed for time because this place closes at 5 p.m. and it's already past 3. So theoretically we have almost 2 hours, but if we go up that mountain to that king's tomb, that would probably take a bit of time. I don't know how long that would take. It looks like it should take less than an hour, but you never know. I wonder what happens if people are here after closing time. Do they just close the gates and lock people out? That would be, or lock people in for the night. Imagine being locked in here for the night. That would be pretty. That would probably be unfortunate. It's probably not the outcome that people wanted. And I'll need to ask the guys whether they think we should go inside that structure there or just go up the mountain. The top of that one pillar there does make it look unfortunately phallic. Somebody did already suggest, of course, that it looks like a marital aid, let's say, to which I said it's a bit too small for me, but this is the kind of thing that guys get up to when they do stupid things. Oh, I guess these things are lights, those things, black things that you see on the ground, those are lights to illuminate these pillars at night when it gets dark, which it's going to do soon, so. Alright, let's see if we can, yeah, we should be able to get in there, that's not too far away. Okay, so we can't actually go inside that thing. It's closed to entry. I mean, technically, I guess if somebody really wanted to, they could leap over the fence. They might get arrested or fined or both, but perhaps it would be worth it for some people. I'm not going to do it though. What is this? Why is this fenced off like that? Is this? I don't know what the significance of this rock is. Here's another view from up here. We had a similar view before. It's kind of just forest and stuff. But yeah, this is this here, so we can't get much further, can't get much closer than this, but this was some kind of structure from back then. So guys, what is this field here? What are all these little circular things? They look like chimney tops. Is this where the ancient Persians vented their factories? Like they had the chimneys kind of vent their industrial gases here, or?
Yeah, we were hiding them here until the U.S.
I knew I figured it out. I knew I'd figure out your secret, your nefarious Persian secrets.
Persian secret gas.
Yes. So here's the entrance, this time they spelled entrance correctly, of Ardeshir Tomb and Stone Well. So are these things like wells? Can these actually be like...
I mean, it says the stone well, so I don't...
Well, singular. Okay, so I don't think all these things are wells.
Yeah.
Okay, then where's the stone well?
It should be somewhere up there, or maybe... I don't know. I've never been here, so I can't...
You'd think it would be a bit better signposted, but I guess not. I guess the ancient Persians weren't very good at making signs. So according to this sign here, I guess we found the stone well. I can't read the...
It's just a map.
Oh, I see, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't really read the text or the map, but I have to say the stone well, it looks it looks so modern in design.
Such an ass.
I mean, doesn't it look like plastic? It doesn't look like stone even. It even sounds like.
That's quite the jokester.
No, I'm serious. Doesn't it look like plastic?
Oh, come on.
Okay, let's go.
Show them the actual stone well.
Wait, where is the actual stone well?
Right there.
Oh, is that it?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was just reading the sign, man.
Yeah, you should get better at that, reading the signs.
I can't read Persian. I'm sorry. I don't know.
That is a you problem. If you come to Iran, you should learn Farsi.
So,
Yet.
I like how there's a falling hazard, even though everything's fenced in like this. But okay. Ah, okay, this is the stone well.
Seems pretty deep.
That's what she said?
That's what he said. Though.
Or, yeah, sorry, he said, that's right, yeah. Better conclusion. Oh, hey, the moon. You can see the moon in the sky again. But yeah, the moon is high and the well, the bottom of the well is low. I don't even know how low it is.
Did you hear it? I heard something.
Yeah, there's some kind of sounds coming from down there. I can't really.
Some sort of ancient mythical creature, maybe.
It did actually sound like some kind of a creature, almost vaguely like some animal growling, but it's probably just some.
Where are some people?
It might be human beings, or it might just be some water sound. I don't know. Okay, I guess we walk up there.
I think so too.
Okay. All right, so this is our prize for scaling the hill. We get this nice view over the factory chimneys there, and the sort of more urban cluster there, and then those fields off there, whatever they are. But not only that, we also get to see.
The tomb of Ardashir.
And that's this up here. I mean, I guess we can't go inside, but at least we can walk up to that. We can walk up that staircase. We can walk up to the door that's there. So let's do that. That's where we walked up. These stairs don't look very, they don't feel that sturdy. But anyway, here we are. Finally, we have reached the top. So this is, oh, it's all barred in. He was a prisoner.
What?
This is a prison. He was a prisoner here.
Do you think there's a mummy inside?
There could be. Should we go in and check it out?
I mean, you can go check it out.
I'll go inside and check it out after I finish filming this. Oh, it says no entrance.
No entrance.
They actually spelled it correctly, so we can't go in. Okay. And yeah, from here we get another nice view. This is perfect actually with the setting sun and everything. That's very opportune. The sun lends a perfect backdrop to this nice scene. So yeah. Greetings to everyone from Persepolis, from the tomb of, the throne of Jamshid. This cat is just sitting absolutely still. It's just like
It's guarding the place.
it's like a statue. It's just totally not reacting to anything. So last night, after we finished seeing Persepolis, we kind of got lazy and didn't want to go back to Shiraz, so we ended up staying at the hotel, which is close to this site. This is the hotel here. It's actually quite a nice hotel. It's quite impressive inside. I mean, we figured it would be because it's the hotel right next to a major tourist site, so we kind of figured it would be pretty fancy, and we thought it would be too expensive. But actually it wasn't that expensive. It really was barely just a little bit more expensive than the hotel we got in Shiraz. We didn't really want to drive back to Shiraz, so we ended up staying here for the night. It was pretty nice. This is the sort of dining area behind the hotel. And here's the view to the historical site where we were yesterday. Yeah, so our overall impressions of Shiraz, none of us were really very impressed with it. All of us sort of unanimously said we didn't really like Shiraz very much. Again, as I said, I guess it has a reputation because it has a few nice sites. It has a handful of impressive tourist sites that are maintained for tourists and that look nice. But honestly, the city as a whole is kind of unpleasant. It is just so thick with traffic that it's hard to get anywhere. And that's very frustrating in any city when you really just can't get anywhere because it's just so full of people and cars and everything going around. And okay, lots of cities have traffic, but they might have something else to offer. I mean, Los Angeles is notorious for traffic, but Los Angeles at least has other stuff going for it. I mean, I know lots of people don't like Los Angeles, but I like it because it at least has interesting things to see and do. Shiraz doesn't, aside from a very small number of kind of tourist trap areas, which, yeah. Anyway, we didn't really like it, so we're not going back there today. We are going to drive to Yazd, which is a smaller kind of desert town. I think they said it's going to take about 5 hours to get there, so we've got about a 5-hour drive to Yazd ahead of us, and then we'll catch up with you folks there. So, good morning, everyone, and we'll see you hopefully a little later. So we're here in Yazd with that nice, cool-looking clock tower there. So Yazd is characterized by quite a mix. It has these newer, broader kind of streets, but it also has some very historical, narrow streets like this. So this is like, it's really characterized as more of the city center of Yazd. We're a little bit away from the very center. We're close to the center, but we're not quite at the very center. But you have a lot of little sort of alleyways like this, which are very reminiscent of, I don't know, something stereotypical about Middle Eastern architecture. I kind of like these places, actually. Let me see if we can find some more places like this, because I really like these little alleys. Somehow I just love these little alleys that they have. Places are just so cool with these little random doors that you can just walk into on the side. It's really like being in Quest for Glory 2 or something like that. So let's see what else we can find here along these kinds of lines. So we're still here on that same street. We're walking toward that big mosque in the background there. We're gonna check it out because I think that's one of the main mosques of the city. But I just keep getting distracted by things like this. Check this out. There's a doll's house here. I don't even know what the doll's house is. Let's take a look at the doll's. Dude, check out this wall. Like, this wall is made of like.
Is it hay? I think there's like hay and
Yeah, actually, I thought it was.
clay and.
I thought it was pressboard at first, but yeah, it looks like it's actually like. You're right. It's like straw mixed with clay or something. It's like
It is like actually like those super old buildings. They used to like use those type of like
it's like a mud siding. Holy cow! This is awesome, dude. This is so cool. This is the stuff I came for, man. This is.
Even us Iranians like actively avoid these kind of places, but I guess it's cool.
Why would you want to avoid it? Are we going to get mugged here?
No. It's just like it reminds me of like those super old villages,
Yeah, I guess for someone like myself who's not used to this kind of thing, it's the novelty value is high. But I understand if you have to live here for the first 20 years of your life, then you kind of get bored of it after a while. Oh, this is so awesome! Oh, I love this kind of thing. I love this where they just have like random trash and like in many places you just find like random bricks, like the bricks that they used to build their houses are just like thrown on the ground here and they're just lying around. And people actually drive through these places. People actually drive through these tiny narrow alleyways where cars can barely fit. And you have like people's residential doors, like people's.
There's a lot of you.
The entrances to people's houses are just like sitting around here on the sides. It just feels so cozy, It's like it's a cozy little place where there's no traffic, but people live here in peace. Hey, cool. Speaking of cozy, it's a cozy Sufi restaurant cafe. You guys want to go to the cozy Sufi restaurant? What is a cozy Sufi? Oh, look at this. Oh, this is so awesome. Oh man, look at this. It's just like, oh, this is so cool. They just have like random trash and bricks. Like somebody just dumped a whole load of bricks on the street. Is this even a street? Street, ground, whatever. Somebody just Koshka, oh kitties, they have cats here. Oh kitty. Oh, the kitties are looking for something to eat in the trash, I bet. Koshka. Иди ко мне, кошка. Кошка. Кошка, come. Come here, du Scheiße. Okay, he doesn't want to. Okay, where was it? Oh, somebody made like a little semicircle around their motorcycle with the bricks. Because nobody can penetrate this impenetrable barrier of bricks to steal their motorcycle.
Yeah, this is a parking spot. Like, hey, this place is mine.
Yeah. I didn't find the,
You shall not pass.
I didn't find that doll's house, but I found something infinitely better. I found oh,
There.
check it out, somebody's driving. Somebody's driving. Look at this, people are driving on streets like this. It's,
Well, we've got cars, yeah. People.
no, but I mean, like that people are driving here. Like people are driving their cars in places like this. Man, that's so cool. Oh, awesome. Oh, look at this. Oh, awesome. Oh man, this is so cool. Like,
Even I am feeling unsafe. Let's just proceed.
why would you be unsafe?
I don't know. This place looks
Could,
creepy.
could we get raped here?
No.
Why not? Oh, that would be so awesome if that happened here. Oh man, look at this. Look, all this. Look at this. Like they just put some random tree trunk branch
So the
thing.
walls, like wouldn't fall off, you know.
Oh, is it to boost up the walls so the walls don't fall down? That's
The
awesome.
walls are just so old.
Oh, that's so cool. There's a thing with a smiley face on it on the ground. What is? It's a mask. It's like an FFP2 mask or a surgical mask. What does it say?
Mom, Dad, for me, please stay away from like any sort of like gathering, like social gathering.
Oh, it's for people who are sick, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it was for Corona time.
Okay, but that was like 5 years ago. That was like 4 years ago, I guess, or something like that.
Made then, that's what I mean.
And it's been sitting here on the street all this time. It's been sitting there in the same spot on the street for like 5 years. Oh wow! Look at this. We don't have stuff like this in Germany. Look at this, man. It just goes on forever. You just have this endless network of awesome tiny little streets and alleyways. It's almost like being in a different country. It's like, wow. And they just have unprotected electrical cables just strewn all over these pipes and things and whatever these people have here. And the street just sort of ends in this pile of construction materials and things. And a lot of Yazd is actually like this. Like last time I was here in Yazd, you can walk down any random side alley, and they all look exactly like this. They have the exact sort of same appearance. I wonder if I should.
This one's probably private
Oh,
property.
oh, okay. What are they gonna do?
I think we should get that.
Okay, all right. But yeah, like all of Yazd looks like this. This is why I like it so much. It's just so cool.
If you like these type of places, I should have taken you to our village,
Yeah,
where my parents were born.
yeah. I mean, this is the kind of thing that I like. Somebody just left their bicycle. Oh, it's probably the bicycle belonging to the people in that building there.
I really like these places. Like the next time we're gonna visit, I'm definitely taking you to the north.
Okay. Oh man, this is so cool. There's just like some random crappy parking lot here in between these like cracked walls and like some broken down. Is that even a building? I mean, well, it was a building. It went. I mean, is it in use? It looks like it's just like totally abandoned. Like somebody.
It's used for trash.
It's exactly. It's used for trash. Like this used to be the entrance to somebody's house.
I feel like people like had like fire.
Yeah, exactly. Like this used to be the entrance to somebody's house, and then somebody just piled up a bunch of trash here and then set it on fire probably for warmth, and now it looks like this. Oh, that's so awesome. Dude, we don't see this kind of thing in Germany. Like we don't have this kind of architecture.
Yeah, that's why people go to jail.
That's why people want to leave here and go to Germany. But I mean, this is just so cool. What does this graffiti say? Is this Farsi? Or?
These are just random doodlings.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't say anything. All right. Oh, this one's even in English, or at least it.
They're just like emojis. I feel like not even with words.
These look- these-
Oh yeah.
These look like some kind of Latin letters. There's some kind of. Oh, there's a hostel here. Cool. Oh. Nice.
So this is the doll's house.
Oh, here we're getting closer to the doll's house. Cool. Awesome.
Doll's house.
Awesome. It's probably a museum. It's probably one of those puppet museums.
Will you find Annabelle here?
I don't know. Look at the cool dome in the background, that big blue dome. It's awesome. We'll probably see it again later. Doll's house. Here we go this way. Oh man, look at this. This is so cool.
It's like a maze.
It is like a maze. It's just so awesome. These streets just go on forever, and they're all so narrow. But I just love how quiet they are. That's the thing. These are all just people's houses, and people just live here in these surroundings so quietly and peacefully, without any traffic, without any, like you don't hear any, you don't hear anything. Like you don't hear any noise from the inhabitants.
Some random foreign white man.
Yeah.
Just talking
Yeah, just some foreign, just some Westerner.
This is the doll's house.
This is the doll's house. Oh, it looks closed.
Maybe we should just ring.
I mean, we could just ring or use that thing to knock on the. No. That's okay. Yeah, I like these curtains though. No, that's okay. I like these curtains on the window. It's pretty awesome. Man, this is just so cool. I just love these places because they're so peaceful. Like everybody's just here, living their lives in peace, and you hear nothing. You don't hear any noise from the inhabitants. They're not playing music. They're not. It's like.
Everyday's overtalk.
Yeah. It's just like being in one of those places where everything's just frozen in time, Look at this. This is so awesome. Oh, wow. There's a wheelbarrow. There's a wheelbarrow there and probably some people behind that door, and there's some construction materials here, and that wall is like falling apart, and there's some writing here it's in some bomb language that I can't read. Oh, maybe no, I don't even want to go inside. I just want to know what it is. Look at this. There's construction happening here with rebar. They use rebar here. That's so awesome. They use like actual rebar in their buildings here. It's pretty cool. And people like just threw a bunch of trash in there. Oh man, this is so awesome. I love this place. This is why I like Yazd. This is what it's like. What does this text say?
There's some sign. I can't like fully understand it. It says like basically you have to like empty this place because apparently this is like dangerous
Okay.
for the buildings nearby.
Okay. The sign looks pretty old. It's probably been hanging here for like 10 years. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, sorry. I think we can go back now. Okay, so we're back here on one of the main streets now. It's too bad because I really like these little. I could just spend like my whole trip in these little tiny side streets, but okay, let's get back to some more mainstream stuff. So they have Ask Me Yazd here, so I'm going to ask some people Yazd. They have tours of the desert, which is cool. What is Maybod? Like, what are these?
These are just names. Like I don't know what these places are, but they're just names. Like Maybod, Chak.
Oh, so these are names of places, you mean? Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, you can even get taxis or like personal rides, I guess, to like Isfahan, Shiraz, and Tehran. Awesome, cool, okay. So you can get all kinds of. Okay, so those are names of locations. So like names of cities or towns or whatever. Okay, cool. All right, gotcha. Okay, so we're back here. Hey, check it out. We found this mosque. So this is a big. Does anybody know what the mosque is called? Okay, so hold on. Let's get past this guy's motorcycle because this guy's motorcycle is so loud. I hate motorcycles. People who ride motorcycles should be shot because they ride motorcycles. Okay, so. Okay, again try. Cool, another one of these little side streets here. It's awesome. Okay, sorry. Oh, wait, really? What is this?
You just like put the cigarette butts in this place.
It's like a cigarette disposal.
Yeah.
Because cigarette butts are the silent killer of the earth. Filter degradation nature can after 36 months. Wow, that's awesome. See, Iran is so environmentally friendly. Like, this is a place where recycling is important and it's very clean and green.
You saw no trash on the ground.
Of course, yes, exactly. Yeah, they wouldn't do stuff like that in Iran. Okay, seriously now. Sorry. I'm sorry. What is the name of the mosque?
The main mosque.
In Iranian Persian. Masjid Jome. Okay.
Yep.
In Persian, or sorry, I should say in Persian or Farsi, not Iranian. Sorry. Masjid Jome. So this is Masjid Jome. It's a building with some colors on the front of it. Sir. Handicraft. I like hand jobs.
And antique.
Oh, they have antique stuff for sale here, like an antique motorcycle. Is that like a motorcycle from ancient Greece or ancient Persia, obviously? Yeah, it looks like one, probably. Okay, so we're here in Mashinjad, Zaun. Hey, look, there's a bazaar. It's a Sarafa bazaar. What's a Sarafa bazaar?
Sign off is like those exchange. You know,
Oh, can you exchange things here?
apparently.
Like, can you exchange your wife for a different one?
That I don't know, but
We should try it. Well, I mean, I don't have one to exchange, but when I do, I'll come here to exchange her.
don't have one.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, it's a Viziri museum. What's a Viziri?
It means like ministry.
Oh, cool. It's the Museum of the Ministry because they don't have ministries in Iran anymore. That's awesome. Okay, and here's a fountain that's obviously not running right now. It probably runs in the summer.
I guess you just have to rub it.
Yes, exactly. Rub it until... Yeah, okay, I see where you're going with that. So, the sign up there says, please come into the mosque with Islamic hijab. Is there a difference between an Islamic hijab and a non-Islamic hijab?
I do not know, sir.
There's a bookshop over there. It's pretty cool. I like books. I like that they have books, even though it's closed. They have a closed bookstore there. That's nice.
Oh my God, kids.
Yeah, so there are a lot of people here.
Oh, these kids, like, apparently this is like a school sort of trip.
Yeah, it's a school outing. They're taking a school outing to the mosque. Okay. But yeah, we're here in the so we're here in Mashinjad. Can we go in further?
Yes,
Okay, let's.
I think so.
Do we have to take our shoes off?
I don't know. This is also my first time here, but
Oh, that's right. You weren't here. I was here before with with that guy, but you weren't. That's right. You weren't here. Well, these people are wearing their shoes, so I guess we don't have to take our shoes off at this point.
you probably have to take them off when you're like going inside.
Yeah, I mean,
Where there are like carpets and rugs.
yeah. I like it. I mean, I like the architecture here.
The Holy Quran.
Are these all Qurans, or
Yep.
every one of these is just a different printing of the Quran?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Okay. And these little stones.
This is what we pray on.
Yeah. So basically, can you explain how this works? Because I don't quite understand. I'm not a Muslim, so I don't quite understand how it works. Basically, you take a stone and you go there with it.
So it's called moh.
Yeah.
You could also like use like normal stones if you don't have access to these.
Right.
And basically, like whenever you pray, like sometimes your forehead has to touch this.
Right. So
stone.
you put this on the ground.
Yeah.
You put it. I put it on the ground, and then you kind of like you put your forehead on it, and that's how you pray.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
And then you could just use normal stones if you don't have access to these. You could use like the tip of your two fingertips
Okay.
as well.
All right.
For some good reason, because we've been taught that us earthlings, like us humans, are made out of earth,
Right.
soil. So,
Right. We're made of earth, and to the earth we return after we die. I think it says that in the Christian Bible too. Okay. Cool. All right. So yeah. Massinjan.
Master German.
Massive German. Yes. So we're still here. This is the entrance to the mosque where we came in. I just noticed there's this
Yeah.
big plaque here about I guess it's the Great Friday Mosque.
It was a mistake on our part. It's Jum'eh and not Jame.
Okay.
Jum'eh means Friday, but then Jame means like,
Okay,
meaning,
so,
like-
so this is like the Friday mosque because people only come here on Fridays. So it has a brief history of the building in English. I'm not going to read all that. I'll, you can pause the video and read this if you like.
brief.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. A brief history. So I'm not going to read all this, but you can read it if you like. As they say on the internet, I'm happy for you or sad that happened, whatever. TLDR, I'm not going to read all that. So we're walking into this Sarafa bazaar now. We're going to see what's going on. I guess a lot of it's interesting because when you first look at it, it looks very ancient, like these, or classic, and like these. Oh, cool. Oh, is this like the old money that they used to have?
Yeah.
No, these are different types of money. Like there's. Is that a dollar?
Well, that's 100 US dollars. But most of these appear to be Iranian money.
And Muhammad
Yeah.
Rasul
This is not Iranian. I don't know what.
That's
Indian.
no, that's I think that's Thai.
I don't know.
I believe that's the Thai script. Yeah, this one here. I think that's Thai.
Ooh, there's. Is this Chinese? Japanese?
That's probably
Chinese.
probably Chinese. Yeah, it's probably Chinese up there in the upper right. Oh, and this is in some Slavic language. Is this Russian? I mean, it says 50 rublей, so it's 50 rubles. Probably Russian. I mean, it could be Belarusian rubles as well. Does it even? I can't. Oh, I think it is Belarusian. It actually says something about Belarus there. Okay, so it probably is Belarusian rubles and not Russian rubles. Okay, cool. Anyway, sorry, a bunch of people gathered here to see all the money. So this passageway looks very classic. Like the architecture invokes sort of like classic Middle Eastern architecture, but the shops themselves are fairly modern. Like once you look inside the shops, it's like these are pretty modern-looking shops with modern lighting and construction inside. It's just the passage itself that's classic. They probably didn't have motorcycles like this in ancient Persia either. Or hats with, New York logos on it and stuff like that. So, I mean, this is just like... The actual shops are just kitschy, sort of regular tourist shops and things like that where people go to buy various tchotchkes and knickknacks. But the passage itself is pretty cool. I like the way the passage is open. Like, it has...
Airway.
Yeah, it has like airways, so it's kind of open, but it's still covered. This is exactly like what it feels like to walk around in Shapir and Quest for Glory 2. This is really cool. I know you guys don't know what that is, but I'm hoping some of the viewers know what that is. I mean, the stores themselves are kind of disappointing. They're really just like regular stores where you just buy random stuff. But
What were you expecting?
I don't know, places where you can buy opium or camels or eunuchs or other types of slaves. I mean, just buying clothes is boring. Clothes and jewelry and food and stuff like that. I mean, who wants to buy stuff like that?
For real. Needs to actually live.
Yeah, exactly. What are these people even selling here? Are they selling?
Incense.
Oh, they're selling incense. That's cool. Incense and peppermints. Cool. All right. Well, that was an experience. I like that. That was fun. So in this lovely little plaza somewhere in Yaz, well, look at that door up there. It's just like a random door in the wall that it looks like it hasn't been opened in like many years.
Like my door.
Yes, but just hanging around here, we saw a little bit of graffiti. Where is friend?
And the swastika on the bottom.
Yeah, I'm wondering, is that meant to be like an Indian swastika? Because it has, it's a little bit, like, the bottom is a little bit curved in that way that kind of suggests that, sorry, my camera needs to refocus. There we go. It's curved in a little bit, that suggests it's more like an Indian swastika than a...
I think the guy that actually carved it was some sort of disabled. I don't think it's an Indian swastika.
You don't think so? No. I mean, actual Nazi imagery is not common here, I don't think. I mean, Iranian people do hate Jews, actually. They do very much hate Jews, but I don't think that they really...
We hate Zionists.
Yeah, but I don't think they think very much about...
Animal's house.
Obama, Easter.
Oh, yeah, we went there last time. Yeah, the Animal's House. It has like all kinds of lizards and things. It's actually kind of cool. I mean, it's a modern tourist attraction kind of thing, but I mean, it was kind of cool. Yeah, this is like the real historical center of Yaz. This place is awesome. This is probably my favorite place that I've seen in Iran because it just feels so authentic, and yet it's so peaceful. Like there's no commotion here. There are a few people walking around, but it's just so it feels like a real, kind of suburban residential community. This is the kind of
into these type of places. Now I have a clear idea of what do you generally enjoy.
Yeah.
Hopefully next time if you visit, I can take you to those places, those kind of places.
Nice. So the sign here says the home of restaurang, which means home of, what was it? Light.
Brick and color.
Brick and color, thank you. Why did I think of light? Duh. Brick and color. I see a lot of bricks here, but I don't see much color. Like everything's kind of the same color. Everything's the same sort of brown. But maybe, yeah, here it is. Here's the home of restaurang. Maybe if you go inside here, you'll see some color, but yeah, we're not going to go in there. So yeah, we're just exploring more of these random streets. I swear this never gets old for me, but I've only been here for like an hour. I guess if you had to, again, if you had to grow up here and spend 20 years here, you might get tired of it and want to see something else.
It's also my first time like seeing this specific place, but
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like where you grew up, right?
not really. But
Somebody just put their used cigarette butt in like that hole there. People just find any hole and just stick anything into any hole that they can find. Just like men.
you know, it's hard to date these days.
Yeah, I mean, a good hole is hard to find, I understand. So when you find one, you just gotta make use of it. Okay, sorry. So yeah. This is pretty cool. It's like is this somebody's house? Like, does somebody live here?
I don't think this is a house. I don't know what it was, but
I mean, people have been using it for some kind of residential purposes, because obviously people have been staying there for a while.
this is like the song that's playing is like one of our traditional music.
Oh? Okay, now I see why you say it's unsafe. There are children here. So when you're in Iran, how do you prevent yourself from being attacked by wild children? Like, what should you do if you encounter a wild child in its natural environment?
That's okay, just, you know, be your true self, just scare
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Oh. Yeah, I feel like the children will be in danger to do that.
So this is a little more touristy. I think there are some tourist shops along the street here. I guess not this. I don't know. Okay, this is not one of them, but I like how there's like this track running through the middle of the street where the stones have just been torn up. Like for no apparent reason, they just didn't bother to fix it. Oh, and there's a tourist library here. Oh, this is where we came last time, remember? We had this tourist library here, and we went up on the...
Yeah, the animal house is the place that we went to with Honey.
Yeah, that's right. We went to the animal house, and then we went to that library, and we saw the books there, and then we went on to the... we climbed on top of the building and had the view of the city. We might do that again.
Okay, sure.
Not now, but we might do that later. Oh, is this where they had that... Is this where they had that hopscotch thing on the ground? Remember that?
What?
Remember when they had that hopscotch thing? Like there were children playing hopscotch?
I don't remember.
I'm not asking you because you weren't here. I'm asking.
I don't remember.
Okay. I remember there was like a nice little park here.
It does say Bustan,
Bus-
so there might be a park close by.
What's Bustan?
It's literally it's an old beautiful, like a park.
Okay. Yeah, I think
like
it.
a playing ground.
Yeah, yeah. This is it. I think this is it, or something. Well, okay, it's not exactly hopscotch, but it's something kind of similar. It's. I think I'm thinking of something else. But yeah, they have like a thing where children can.
Ooh, this is like.
Oh, it's snakes and ladders.
Yeah.
It's like a live, not live, but what do you call it? Like a.
You could play as the pieces. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Instead of like the children themselves would be like the playing pieces, and they'd climb up the snakes they'd climb up the ladders and slide down the snakes,
Can I
and
ride one of those things?
and there's a sports. Is that a school? Like that building with the tower on it?
I do not know.
Okay.
There is something written, but I can't exactly read it.
Okay. Cool, man. Cool. I like this place. It's just so like everywhere we go there are just endless little side streets like this, and they're all so quaint and charming and cute and cool, and they have some cute things like here's the hopscotch thing. Yeah, this is a hopscotch field. This is the hopscotch. That's right. And over here they have a game. What kind of game is this? I don't even recognize it.
No idea.
It's a game of hands and feet. I don't even recognize this game. It's probably some Iranian game that Iranian children play. I'm just so enchanted with Yas. Like, just like everywhere you go, you have these tiny little quiet streets, and everything's so cute and cozy and charming and quaint and ancient. Like, it feels so old and classic, and it's like everything's been so nicely preserved but you don't have, it's not too touristy. That's the thing. Like, you don't have endless people trying to sell you tourist tours and kitchen souvenirs and things. It's kind of authentic. I like it very much. It's like every time I want to stop the video, I'm like, but what's behind that alley there? Like, maybe there's something, like, see that dark alley there?
There's another alley.
It's so dark though. What if we get mugged there? That would be so cool. We should check it out. Let's go all bald and bankrupt and take out some money and just walk around with cash in our hands and see how long it takes for us to get mugged there. That would be so awesome. Oh man.
That's a dead end, I think.
Is it dead? Oh, it's even better. We get stuck there. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, let's get stuck in a dead end.
Step Iranian friend, I'm stuck.
Actually, this might be private property. This is probably somebody's house again. Oh, the street keeps going. This is probably somebody's house, but the street keeps going after that, so, okay. Okay. Okay, I should probably stop the video here because I don't want to film like every single street in Yaz. I think that would be overkill, but gosh, I just can't get enough of these places, man. Like every alley, every one of these alleys just holds so many little secrets and surprises and things. It's just so awesome.
It's like this drop of turd.
Yeah, there's an animal dropping on the ground. I mean, stuff like that. Yeah, it's just so
mysterious, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Like what?
Visit Iran.
Yeah, what animal did it come from? And where's that animal now? Maybe it'll come out and attack us or poop on us. Wow, what is this?
It's a musk.
It's a musk? Okay, wow. Wow. There's a carpet on the ground. Oh man. This door phone has a camera on it, so when you ring, people can see you on the camera. They can see who's ringing to decide whether they want to talk to you or not, or let you in or not. Oh man, this is so cool. What are all these? Well, what are all these hooks on this building, man? Like, what does this building have?
It is for some sort of like, you know, how do you say, like a
hanging things?
No. How they like decorate the outside, the frontal view. You know how like you.
It's just like part of the
decorate
facade.
Interior, like the interior part of the home.
Okay, so it's just like decoration.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Only you don't get it built.
Yeah. Oh man, I just keep like every time I'm like, okay, I should really stop the video because that's enough.
No, you shouldn't.
And then it's like, wait, but there's another cool little street there with some stuff on it. Maybe there's something cool there. Okay, I'm gonna stop the video. Okay, wait. So these were the bathrooms, right?
Yeah.
And then this is
The office.
that's the office, and this is kitchen, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Donated kitchen also.
Okay, check it out. This is the kitchen.
Yummy.
This is the kitchen. And this is
The women's entrance to the balcony of the mosque.
now. Why are only women allowed onto the balcony? Isn't that sexist?
I don't know.
I mean, don't men and women have equal rights here?
That's misandrist.
It is actually. I feel personally offended. I'm going to start a protest. I'm going to have a bunch of people walk down the street and wave flags and say, "Yes, we can. Si se puede." I don't know what that means, but it must mean something. So another one of these places, I just find it amusing. Like I just find it endlessly amusing that people just bring in like random loads of bricks and just dump them on the ground. Like, why would they just leave a pile of bricks on the ground here? I guess they were probably going to build up this wall because it looks like this is sort of a construction site. It was a construction site at one point, and they thought, okay, let's build up the wall more, and then they just never did, and they just left a bunch of bricks here for all of eternity. And yeah, there's a little entrance here into who knows where. Is this somebody's house? It's probably somebody's house. It's probably private property. Let's just take a quick look at what's in here. Oh wow, there's straw on the ground. There's straw on the ground. Warum liegt hier eigentlich Stroh? Naja, warum hast du die Maske auf? Oh man.
And they say we aren't inclusive.
There's straw. What do you mean inclusive?
I mean, look at this place. It was for like little people, midgets.
Oh yeah. There was straw on the ground.
Was it?
Yeah, remember I was telling you, warum liegt hier eigentlich Stroh? Naja, warum hast du die Maske auf? I told you. I told you about it before. Okay, I told you. I'll explain it later. Oh man, it's so awesome here. Okay, so someone just informed me that there's actually a Persian word for this stuff. So what is this stuff called?
I'm not sure. I think it's hecht, but hecht can also mean brick.
So apparently it's called hecht, maybe, and it literally is like some kind of. Well, this is all hardened already, but it literally is like some mixture of straw and clay, I guess. So that's what like all the walls in Yaz are built out of. It literally is just like straw and mud, clay mixed together, and it's called hecht. That's what we've been seeing this whole time. It's pretty cool. So we're just going to explain briefly. So you see a lot of these kinds of things in various cities in Iran, and they're just for donations, right?
Yeah,
So basically,
you just you can put in some cash, coin, whatever.
in the slot right there, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And someone will collect them eventually.
And what does it go toward?
Like I guess homeless people, like who are in need.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean I'm not sure, but they say that
There's actually a QR code on it. What happens if you scan the QR
I
code?
have never done that.
Okay. And just for completeness sake, since we happen to be here, this is a fire station.
This is a fire station 6, number 6.
Okay, this is fire station number 6. That text there that you see, it actually is the number 125,
Correct.
which I guess is the emergency number for the fire station, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's the number you call if you have a fire and need the fire department. So here we are. We've just entered the Dolat Abed garden, which is a nice little garden in a sleepy part of Yazd. It's kind of away from the main core of the city, but it's a nice little garden with some gardening things in it. I mean, it has a pool of water in the middle, which I guess would probably be a fountain in warmer times of the year. And it has some plants. It has some flowers, and then it has some trees, which are, I guess, tree-like in nature. Would you say these trees are tree-like?
Well,
I mean, I know it's a matter of opinion, but in your opinion, would you deem these things tree-like in nature, based on their visual properties? Almost tree-like. So they're like maybe 90% tree-like. Ja, nein, vielleicht.
vielleicht.
Okay, you're not sure. This is the problem with Iranians; they're never sure of themselves. That's why they
I wonder
never.
what that place is.
That's why they never won a war.
Excuse you?
Yes. That place up there?
Yeah.
I think it's a building.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome, sir. That's what I'm here for. Should we go inside?
I mean, we've come all the way here.
We've come all the way here. What if we go inside? Okay, let's go inside the building. So here you have to be careful because there's an electronic risk here. So at this side of the garden, there are a couple of mansions. That's the so-called mirror mansion on that side. And then over there is where we came in, and this is the so-called Tehrani mansion. So I guess it's the mansion for people from Tehran or whatever. I don't know. But what's in here? Let's see. I'm hoping there's a toilet here. Is there anything here at all?
I have no clue. This is also my first thing as well.
Yeah, this is just, that's what they all say.
There's a camera.
There's a camera, and I should probably stop filming here. Okay, so this place is actually way bigger than I thought. So what we were seeing back there is just the front porch. Like that's not even close to the main extent of it. So you walk through this structure here, you come out here. Now we're starting to get to the real stuff. This is the real deal. These are the real gardens here. So there they have some kind of scrubby-looking bushes, but
That is actually where we was.
where we was.
Where we was, yeah. Because,
Does you remember where we was?
yes, that is where we was.
All right, very good, sir. Yeah, this is a little more stately. This is a bit more kind of what I was expecting. Amina's missing all this. So the youngest among us, he's a bit more accustomed to luxury, I guess. And after what we just experienced, I didn't capture it all on video, but we kind of went through some back alleys trying to find our way here. And we went to some place that was like a total dead end, and it was just all piled down with garbage and stuff. And he just, when he saw it, what did he say? He just said, like, I'm done, right?
He was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not going back to this farm tonight. Like,
Yeah, he kind of got tired of this trip. I guess he has a different concept of vacation from what we have. I mean, these guys, the other two guys here with me now, you guys have hardly been on a vacation in your lives, I guess. Like, you've never really traveled.
We do travel, but not necessarily like to newer places, because like in my case, our family like lives in a different city, and like our relatives are like in a different one, so we just have to go back and forth.
Yeah.
Which is like like an 8 to 10 hour ride.
Right.
I do consider it as travel, but it's not like
It's travel, but I mean not like a vacation. Not to the,
No,
not
really.
like seeing. I mean, I don't really have a fixed concept of vacation, but I don't just want to go to touristy places. I don't just want to go to like the nicest looking churches and mosques and art galleries and whatever. I want to see how people really live, which is why I was so.
I've gone on vacations, but they were mainly only to see my friends.
Yeah.
Where my friends are.
I mean, that's why I came to Iran last year. Last year I didn't make any YouTube videos of my trip to Iran because I was just here to visit you guys. But this time I'm like, okay, I've already been to Iran, so I should probably make the effort to make a video since I'm here a second time.
Nice.
Yeah, hopefully somebody on YouTube appreciates it. But yeah, so I mean, this is a nice touristy place. This is a place that tourists would go. But I don't just want to see places like this. I also want to see how people really live, which is why I was so fascinated by all those back alleys. I mean, I was just delighted by places with like
Garbage.
bricks and garbage thrown on the ground, because like, wow, this is awesome. This is the authentic Iranian experience. And so, I mean, places like this are cool. I mean, I like this. This is beautiful. I mean, this garden is lovely, and this pool with the...
The water seems to be so cold. I haven't touched it, but it seems like it's cold.
I imagine it would be cold. I mean, it is kind of chilly here. I mean, we're here in December, so, it's not a hot... Even though we're in the desert, this is not a hot time of year. So I'm sure the water is cold. But, I mean, I like places like this, but I like all kinds of places. I like anything that kind of gives you a glimpse of something different, sort of a glimpse of life that's authentic to the place where
India.
I've never been to India. I'm sure there are, I mean, I'm aware there are countless fascinating places to see and discover in India. I mean, if I ever go to India, I'm going to have so much to see, and I'm aware of that. That's one of the reasons why I haven't gone there, because I don't feel really prepared to go there. It's just like, it would be so overwhelming. There's just so much stuff there. But that's another story for another day. Meanwhile, we're here checking out it just fascinates me that there's so much agriculture here in the middle of the desert. I mean, again, I've said it several times, but most of Iran is desert, and yet somehow they never really seem to be short on food. Like, there's no food shortage here. There's so much food that's in Iran, even though it's hard to grow it here. Anyway,
Well, we're not herbivores, actual food.
I mean, a lot of it comes from meat, yeah, and then I guess a lot of it is grown in the north. Like, a lot of the crops are grown in the north, where it actually is kind of...
Big like agriculture in the north, and like again, our main source of food is rice, which does come from the north.
Yeah, so a lot of it comes from the north, and then a lot of it is just animals, which can survive even in the desert, I guess. So anyway, cool. All right, so greetings from the gardens of Western Yazd. So here in this building here, you get this nice sort of stained glass window, which looks out onto the garden where we just were. Well, these are not even. Oh, there's not even glass in these. These things are. They don't have glass in them. They're just open.
I think they used to, because you can see like the broken shards.
Oh, you're right. Somebody smashed through the glass on them. That's interesting. Yeah, because they used to.
Careful, they might be sharp.
Yeah, they're actually not that sharp, but yeah, thanks. This room that we're in is a little bit worse for the wear. Like the walls are in pretty bad shape, obviously. They haven't been painted in a long time, so the room itself is kind of ruddy, but the view through the stained glass window is nice. So I guess we're heading back now because people got a little annoyed at my constant fascination with these back alleys of Yazd. But I don't know. For me personally, Yazd is my favorite of the 5 cities that I've seen in Iran by far. It's just, to me, it's so much better of a city than Shiraz. And yeah, it's just my personal opinion. So I guess we're mostly done. I guess we've seen most of the stuff we wanted to see. I wanted to see a couple of other things. Maybe we'll still see them, or maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, kind of get an idea of what Yazd is like now, probably. And yeah, so we'll head back. And this has been Yazd. I guess I might still show more of Yazd, or I might see you next time in Bandar Abbas. We'll see. But I think that's most of Yazd anyway. So here's where you go if you want to see I am a summary of Yazd's civilization. Is that actually what it says in Farsi?
Yeah, even looking Persian, it says exactly that.
Oh, so it's actually a correct translation. I am a summary of Yazd's civilization. Okay, so there you go. Somewhere in that direction, you can.
I guess they're like trying to like speak from that like mansion's point of view, maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Okay. Cool. So we're here in some some ancient site, which I guess was a school. We thought it was a prison. Apparently it's also called a prison, like it's called Alexander's prison, but it wasn't actually a prison, it was a school. It's just somehow called a prison for whatever reason, maybe because schools are kind of like prisons. Those kinds of towers that we've been seeing, they're translated as wind towers in English, but the literal translation of the Farsi name is wind catcher. Well, what are they called in Farsi? What are those towers called in Farsi?
Badgir.
Bodgir?
Yeah, the direct translation would be like wind catcher.
Right, so they're literally called wind catchers, so bodgir, yeah?
Yeah.
So like bod penis.
Gir.
Gir, okay, bodgir, not gir, okay. Okay, bodgir, so yeah, so basically the way they work is they sort of trap the wind in such a way that the air is pulled upwards, right? And it creates a cooling effect, which is very important in desert environments like this. So it's kind of a place where the wind is sort of routed in such a way that it creates a cooling effect.
Like a pretty, like an ancient AC factory.
Yeah, exactly, except, well, not really, because it doesn't actually cool the air, it just routes the air. It sort of directs the air upwards so that it creates sort of a vortex that leads to a cooling effect, I guess. I want to show something here, which is kind of something I've only seen in Yazd. So, this is just like general water supply kind of stuff. Yeah, is it? Oh, you're right. Oh, yeah, well, this one is leaking, but this one, yeah, just doesn't work at all. But one thing I want to show, which is kind of cool, this device here, this is for filling water bottles. So if you have a water bottle, what you're supposed to do is stick a straw in there, and then, you know, stick the straw in the bottle, and you push this thing with your thumb, and it's supposed to make water flow, but it's broken. That's supposed to be a straw dispenser, so it's obviously empty, but you're supposed to like take a straw from here, stick it in the nozzle of this thing, and then you can use this to fill your water bottle. That's something I've only seen in Yazd. So again, you know, something sort of peculiar to desert environments like this, where obviously water is very important for survival.
Not consent to this.
All right.
The road did not consent to this.
Right. So the gentleman did not consent to me making a video while they are driving. So I'll make a video anyway. So these are our final views of Yazd as we're driving out of the city on the way to Bandar Abbas. So I think we saw most of the stuff we wanted to see in Yazd. What we didn't see notably is that fire temple. There's a Zoroastrian fire temple in Yazd, which we saw last time, and we opted not to see this time because it's really not worth it. Like a lot of these sites in Yazd are really not very, quite frankly, not worth the price of admission because there's nothing there. Like it's literally just a room with a fire in it that's been burning since like when? How long has it been going for? I don't know, some very long number of years, and so it's notable just because it's been burning for a long time, but it's just a fire. Like it's just a fire in a little sort of temple, so it's not really anything very special.
Yeah, it was a really small temple.
Yeah, it's a really small temple. There's literally nothing in it except a couple of signs and that flame burning in the middle, so we didn't bother to see it this time, and I didn't film it this time, so too bad, sorry. Other than that, I guess we saw most of this we wanted to see in Yazd. The three of us here are sort of in unanimous agreement that Yazd is a much better city than Shiraz. The one who doesn't agree with that is the youngest among us, who left us yesterday. He went back home because he just couldn't stand the trip anymore. He freaked out when we got into a place which, well, let's say it wasn't exactly to his liking. He's more of a, I guess he's more used to more luxurious settings. He likes being in places with more, posh kind of stuff going on. And so he didn't like Yazd because it's not as wealthy of a city. I mean, I like it because it's more suburban. It's more of a suburban, quiet kind of city. That's what appeals to me. But I guess he likes more urban, energetic, youthful environments, whatever. So he didn't like it, and so he left for that reason. It's kind of ironic and unfortunate that he's leaving now, because we're going to Bandar Abbas, which is the last stop on our trip, and it's a beach city. So I thought it would be perfect for him. Like, he'd lie on the beach and pick up some babes on the beach, but I'm told that it doesn't work this way in Iran. It's not like in the U.S. where there's this beach culture where you can just go to the beach and pick up, beach babes. In Iran, it apparently does not work that way. So I guess the beach also did not hold much appeal for him. So he's gone, and we are down to 3 people now driving to Bandar Abbas. So yeah, that's what happened. Do you gentlemen have anything to add? Did I forget anything? I guess that's it. Okay, this concludes our report from Yazd, and we will catch up with you folks later in Bandar Abbas. Until then, toodaloo. So, we are here, stopped at a gas station on the way to Bandar Abbas. And we thought, hey, let's get some gas. But the truck line, well, you can't actually see it, but there's a line of trucks going, like, how many trucks did we pass? Like 30, there's a 30 truck line waiting to get gas. There are not many cars, there are not many small cars. It's mostly just, big rigs, big trucks, 18-wheelers. And apparently there is a place for smaller cars to get gas, so that small cars don't have to wait in the truck line. But the gas pumps for cars are broken, so I guess our only option is to wait behind like 30 trucks, or hope that we have enough gas to make it to the next gas station. It's pretty awesome. From what I've seen so far, the road to Bandar Abbas is pretty harrowing. It's in bad shape. A lot of potholes, a lot of curves, and a lot of traffic, which really doesn't know how to drive apparently. A lot of big trucks and things like that. So if you're going to come to Bandar Abbas, I would say, be very careful. Bring supplies, be prepared. Get a full tank of gas before you leave, because you'll need it. It's a long drive, and it is a bad road. And drive with caution, and make sure that your affairs are in order, because you might die on the way. So we're almost to Bandar Abbas. We stopped here in this city. What's the city called? Haji Abad. Haji Abad, thank you. So we're in the city of Haji Abad, close to a park, I guess, and we're just checking out this site. I guess there used to be a river in this town, but it kind of dried up, so now it's just kind of dry, but obviously, there are palm trees and things there. That castle is, I guess, 300 years old, according to our friend here. We stopped here partly because we have a friend who lives here, but also just because, it's a city on the way to Bandar. It's like a logical stopping point to kind of get some food and stuff and take a rest before doing the last final stretch to Bandar. It's about a 1.5 hour drive away from Bandar Abbas, so we'll get there. The sun's just setting now. It's around 4:30 here, so we'll chill out here for a bit and chit chat, and then when we get driving again, we'll probably get to Bandar a little after 6 or so, probably between 6 and 7. So yeah, cool. So this is a little lake. I guess it's an artificial lake. It looks kind of natural, but apparently it's not. Apparently this was artificially built. And there are some paddle boats there, which I guess people can use even at night. Like, you can take paddle boats and go paddling around on the lake and have funsies being on the lake at night. And behind us there is a big globe, which I'm a little bit confused why they did it like this. The names of the continents are written in English, but the countries are in Persian. So
You know what I assume? I guess the English parts are like carved.
Yeah.
Well, not carved, like they're part of the actual
shape of the globe,
shape
yeah.
of the globe. But then like later on, they just painted it
Yeah.
onto the ball. So
Actually, you're right. You can see, yeah, the letter, yeah, that's right. The names of the oceans of the continents are, what's the word? Extruded?
I don't know.
Something like that. They're physically, like, yeah, shaped as part of the globe itself, whereas the names of the countries are just painted on. You're right. So I guess that's the reason why. So I can't.
This is Africa.
This is Africa for people who don't know geography. So which countries are they? So that's obviously South Africa at the bottom there.
South Africa.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna read the countries.
So I think that's Namibia.
Well, we say Namibia. Yeah.
Okay. That I'm not. Botswana.
Yep.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Cool.
Can you guess this one?
That's.
Shut the fuck up. Excuse my language. Shut up.
Gosh. I mean, the Congo's around there, but the Congo's bigger than that.
It's not Congo.
I don't know.
So this is Zimbabwe.
Oh, that's Zimbabwe. Okay. Okay, and then the red one would be okay.
Zambia.
Oh, Zambia. Okay.
I mean, I'm just reading the.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the countries myself.
Yeah. I mean, this map is not complete. It doesn't know if the map's not complete because it doesn't show all the countries. It just shows the major ones. So, is the green one to the right? Is that Tanzania?
It says Mozambique.
Oh, that's Mozambique. Okay, and then above it is probably Kenya.
That one's Tanzania.
Oh, that's
The
Tanzania.
orange one, yeah.
Okay, and then that up there is that Somalia? Okay, and that's then what's the one above it?
Okay. So it's with K.
That's not Kenya, is it?
Yes, it is actually.
Is that right? I thought Kenya is farther south than that somehow.
I don't know.
Okay, what's the big one? Is that Chad or is
It's Congo.
That's-
The yellow one is Congo.
okay? But Congo should be farther down, I think. Okay, so I question the accuracy of this map. I'm not saying I'm that great at geography, but I question the accuracy of this map a little bit. But anyway, all right, here we go. So that's the globe, and then back there's a mosque where you can hear the call to prayer going on because it's getting dark, and there are palm trees silhouetted against the beautiful sunset as the sun has just gone down, and there are some lights shining light upon us, and that's our experience here in this lovely little town as we have a little rest stop here on the way to Bandar Abbas. Do you like it here, sir?
It looks nice.
Yeah, it looks well. It looks nice. Is there something that you don't like about it?
No, not really, but I mean, it's just a small place, and I am just by default against small places.
Okay, you don't like small towns. You like big cities.
I do not know.
Okay. Okay. Alles klar. Okay. All right. Greetings from a small town that this guy doesn't like. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Bandar Abbas. It amuses me that there's an HFC here. I thought it stood for halal fried chicken, but I'm told it stands for hot fried chicken. I'll take people's word for it. So this is Bandar Abbas. I guess we're going to go to the beach. That's probably our first stop. You can see the city looks great. I'll talk more about that later. And here we are on the Persian Gulf. So over there's a big sign that says Bandar Abbas, and that statue there is, I guess it's a generic statue of a sailor. I don't think it's some famous person. I thought it was, but I guess it's just some random sailor who's obviously sailing.
This video is going to be on YouTube, so a lot of.
Yeah, this is going on YouTube. Actually, this is not just for Telegram. So this is going to go on YouTube. So now you're a YouTube famous.
Say hi to all the 4 viewers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, actually, I'll be happy if this video gets 4 viewers. It'll probably get like 2. So yeah, this is the Persian Gulf. I don't see any flamingos here. I don't know that we will see them. There are lots of seagulls over there, but I don't know if I might splice in the video that I took last year. I just took last year a simple video for Telegram showing the flamingos that I saw here on the beach last year. So I might just work that in because I'm not gonna see them here. So we're deciding whether we want to go to the island of Hormuz or stay here on the mainland But yeah, the beach is basically the highlight of Bandar Abbas. Honestly, I don't really like Bandar as a city very much. It's the kind of place, I mean, these port cities all tend to be the same. It reminds me a lot of Batumi in Georgia. It's like, you want to say something? Oh, you just... these port cities are all the same. Like they're very crowded. You have a lot of people who live in kind of dense spaces. They attract a lot of tourists, but they're not very, honestly, they're not very nice cities. Like they're kind of crime. I mean, I wouldn't guess that there's a lot of crime that happens here, but it feels like the kind of place where crime happens. I guess a lot of smuggling happens here. Apparently a lot of drugs get smuggled in here from Dubai across the Gulf. You can see an island there in the background. That's one of the islands. There are like 2 or 3 islands that are reachable from here. They belong to Iran. I'm not sure which one that is, but anyway, we might take a boat to one of those islands later. But other than that, I don't really have a lot to say about Bandar. It's really expensive. Like this place is popular with domestic tourists as well. So hotels here are really expensive. Like I think the hotel that we found here would have cost like 5 times as much as the hotel we had in Shiraz. So we ended up staying at some private place, like some place rented by, not a hotel, but just, at some other person's house. So yeah, I'm not really fond of Bandar as a city, and I'm not even going to show much from inside the city because it's just a big dumpy city. Like honestly, there's really nothing to it. I don't like it very much as a city. The whole appeal of it is just the beach. It's really just all about the beach. So yeah, and this is not even a good part of the beach. This is not like a nice part of the beach. But if you walk along in that direction, there's like a nicer beach to walk on. So this is the statue that we saw. So this is just some random guy. This is not like a famous. This is not an. It's not an emir or a what's one of those, or an imam, or
He's some sort of captain.
Or a captain, okay, but he's not like an ahund or an imam or something like that. No, okay. So he's just raising his fist in defiance at the ocean because he doesn't like the ocean very much. And there you kind of see a view of the, I guess the more touristy part of the city. Is that's probably actually it looks from here like the wealthier part. That's probably the wealthier, more touristy part of the city. Is that accurate, or?
Is it?
No, it's not.
No? Okay. It just looks like it from here. It looks like, kind of like, oh, that's where the wealthy...
This place is dried out. Like, there used to be
more water here. Yeah, but it just dried out and became like a...
Water mirror used to be higher.
Yeah, he's saying that because I taught him the term Meeresspiegel. I don't even know if that's the right word. I don't speak German either, so I have no idea. Like, he shouldn't be learning German from me, honestly. But yeah, so I guess we're gonna... Are we going to Hormuz?
We're just gonna, just hang out here a little bit, and then we will probably just head off to Hormuz.
Cool. All right. Cool, man. Cool. All right. What are these people doing? Are they fishing or?
Where? Those little boats. No, they just take you to the islands.
No, I mean these. Okay, never mind.
Oh, they're just taking photos. No, these guys.
Okay. All right. So we've just arrived here on Hormuz Island. This is the boat area where the boats come in. So we need to find a car or a bike. I guess the deal is that there are no footpaths here. There are only like motor vehicle ways. So you can't just walk around the island. You have to get a motor vehicle to ride with. So somebody offered. There are lots of people offering to, take tourists around. So we're gonna have to pay some guy to take us in his car for a while, I guess. It's a warm day. I think it's about 27 degrees today, which kind of correlates with what I had last year when I was here in Bandar Abbas. It was, I think, 28. So here it's 27. So it seems to be pretty consistently the high around that range here in December. So yeah, let's check it out. I'm just waiting for a friend to get out of the toilet, and then we'll take a trip.
There are like, I guess, 8 destinations.
8 destinations, and I think the whole round trip takes what, 3 hours? They said.
Yeah, 2 to 3 hours, I think.
2 to 3 hours. Okay, that's not too bad. So yeah, hopefully we'll see something interesting on the trip, and I might make some more videos. Okay, so we're doing the tour of Hormuz Island. So our first stop on the trip is this. It looks like a little town or something. Apparently, it's actually a hotel. Yep. This whole structure is actually in itself just one hotel, and it's called Mojaro.
Yep.
Mojaro, which means adventure. Cool. Okay, I remembered. So there's the Persian Gulf behind it. There are a lot of ships on the Persian Gulf. Are those all just oil tankers?
I'm not sure if they're like oil tankers, but they do like carry, I guess,
goods. Yeah. So they carry some kind of goods from Dubai and places like that. probably a lot of drugs as well. And
children and women.
and yeah, and slaves and things like that for yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Hotel Mojado, first stop on the tour.
Actually, I don't mind if I'm also in the video.
Really? You sure? Okay. All right, so we're making a journey now. Whoop, a little slippery there. So this is the Salt Cave. I'm going to assume that it's called that because it's a cave, and it looks like there's salt inside. So actually, it's a very logical name.
Salt.
Yeah. So I mean, actually, the name makes sense when you think about it. I guess so. We've been arguing about the topic of Formosa's soil because the red soil, I don't know if this is it. Like, is this the red soil?
No, this is definitely not it.
Not it? Okay. But, like, there's some red soil somewhere on this island which apparently people use as seasoning. Like they use it as, like, a spice in their foods. But I knew a guy who used to live here, and he said he would just, like, literally just, like, take the soil and eat it directly. Like, not even put it into dishes, but just, like eat it straight from the
That
ground.
guy like has a little, like a few loose screws, you know. So.
Okay, he's a very special gentleman. Okay, so in general, people don't just like eat the dirt, but they may take the soil here and use it as a spice or seasoning in their cooking. But yeah, so this is a salt cave, and I mean you can see this white stuff here. I mean either they shoot a lot of porn movies here, or this is a very very salty cave. And I guess we can go further inside. You just kind of have to watch your. Do we want to go in?
Sure, I do.
Okay, let's go in. We just have to watch your head. Always a good idea to make sure you keep an eye on your head when you go in because... Oh, somebody didn't watch their head.
This is getting like a lot narrower, and I don't
Yeah.
like it, but you know.
That's what he said.
I don't think I like to go any further, but if
Yeah.
you just wait for you.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, people actually go through there.
Yeah, they'll go.
Yeah.
The space behind it is like a little bit like.
Yeah, I've seen.
but still
Obviously,
I would-
yeah. Obviously, people have gone through that. I'm gonna not be that adventurous today. We didn't stay at the Adventure Hotel, so I'll refrain. I wonder how deep does it go though?
Well, you can figure out.
Yeah, I'm
Let
just
us know
wondering.
later.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. Are they already at the limit there?
You make it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna assume we're not gonna die, but
No, we're not gonna die. But then again, I'm as a one of the taller dudes. I am definitely not going.
I'm almost as tall as you. So, I mean, you could squeeze. I mean, it's definitely possible to get through there. It's like it wouldn't even be that.
Just watch those guys. You know.
Yeah, it wouldn't even
They're
be.
like literally standing up.
Yeah,
I don't think
it's well, they're squatting. I think I had to squat to get through. It's not even that low, but I'm gonna abstain.
Yeah.
All right, so cool, salt cave. I mean, the scenery here is pretty nice, but
این همونی که خوردنی خاکش میگن.
نه اون قرمزه.
آها.
اینجاست حلول 7-8 تا رنگ اینجاست و از اینجا به بعد کوههای رنگی دیگه شروع میشه.
آها.
هرمز کلا 72 تا کوه رنگی داره. اینجا هم میتونی بریم تا این قسمتا.
Okay, so this is called like the Valley of Rainbow.
Oh, cool.
And because it's got like different kind of colors in it.
Yeah.
And from here on, you'll be seeing the like colored mountains.
Nice.
You're gonna see the
the red
edible.
Yeah, the red soil. Okay, cool. Okay, here we go. So now we're starting to see the different colors. So some of the, I guess the reddest stuff is, that soil that they'd use for seasoning
But
here.
he said that this is not the edible soil. Like we're gonna see it like up ahead.
Okay. Okay, cool. So we'll still see that later. But this is the Valley of Rainbows, and he said what? There's 72 mountains here total?
Yeah, in total 72 colored mountains, and this is a start where we're gonna be seeing the colored mountains.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I'll try, thanks. So there's this big rock here. Actually, I guess there are several big rocks here. We're kind of in, I mean, this is the valley. I guess this is the Valley of Rainbows. Do you gentlemen feel any gayer being here in the Rainbow Valley?
I mean,
Okay, maybe.
I feel the same.
Okay, yeah, so do I actually. I wonder what that means.
What?
Just
Feeling the same?
have we discovered ourselves? Yeah, I guess we can go back.
Alright.
So I guess this is the Valley of the Statues, because these formations are supposed to look like natural statues. They don't really, in my opinion, but
I mean, they do look alien, like, you know, they look interesting.
yeah, like some kind of...
For those who have watched Arcane Season 2, this thing looks like the Arcane.
Okay. I haven't watched Arcane because I don't watch TV. But
Screw you.
yeah, I know. But anyways, so yeah, so this is where we are, and we were told not to get too close to the water, so I think those people are kind of at the limit, because you can fall down into the water, so it's best not to get too close to it, but I'll maintain a safe distance and just record the stuff here. So yeah, so there's stuff around us. And that guy's playing a hang, which is not something that I've seen a lot. I don't see a lot of hang players, because I think the instruments are expensive, but...
A lot of people here who hang themselves though.
Yeah, okay. So, we have found, I think, the place with the red soil now. So this is the so-called Red Beach. Perhaps you can see why it's called that. It's not quite a beach on the in the usual sense, because you can't really swim from here. There's a considerable drop down to the water. I mean, I guess adventurous people might be able to climb down to the water there, but no, it's not really a good place for swimming. But, what are these people doing? These people are making sounds, expressing themselves very vigorously. And apparently if we walk in that direction far enough, we'll see the Silver Beach, so we might check out the Silver Beach as well. I'm tempted to just try some of this sand. Like, I'm tempted to just pick up a very small amount of it and taste it just to see what it tastes like, but I was told better not. I mean, this is the sand that Iranians use as seasoning, I guess, but I was told, yeah, it's probably not a good idea to just pick up some off the ground and eat it, so I won't do that. So we, the sun is setting, but we're still here on Red Beach, and it is very, very red. It is actually quite red. The name is apt, and I guess people like to hang out here and do beach things here because it's red. It's kind of weird. It feels kind of strange. It does feel kind of alien and unnatural to be in a place where the ground is this red. But yeah, other than the color, other than the novelty of the sand color, I guess there's not really much here. It's just a normal beach, and it's not even... Okay, there's a beach. Okay, so down there I see what looks like an actual beach. That's but it's just a normal beach. Just a normal beach with people doing beach things. So yeah. So I guess there's not going to be much to see here right now, but this is the Turtle Beach.
The turtle spawning beach. Well,
yeah, that was
Cliff of the Turtles.
Cliff of the Turtles. The sign, the actual sign that pointed to this place, the English translation on it was Turtle Spawning Beach, because I guess this is where turtles come from the sea to lay their eggs, like sea turtles.
Yep.
But we're not going to see them here, they're not doing it now, so we won't see any turtles. So there's really not much to see here other than just another beach. Another beach with again, it's not even really a beach, because you can't go into the water from here. It's just
That is a cliff.
It's just a sandy cliff that leads to the ocean, or the Persian Gulf, the sea. But we won't see any turtles here, so I don't even know why I'm really recording this, because there's not really going to be anything much to see except people taking a bunch of photos. So. All right. So the sun is just going down behind those hills there, and we get nice cloud formations here. Those clouds are kind of wispy, kind of cool-looking clouds. I guess I shouldn't be disappointed. I shouldn't express dissatisfaction with this place. I mean, even if there are no turtles, even if there are no gimmicks, tourist gimmicks or things like that to sell the place, it's just a place with a nice view. We've got a nice view of the sea from here, and I guess that should be more than enough for us. We shouldn't expect some kind of cool trick or gimmick at every turn. There's a beach. That's a proper beach down there, but nobody's on it. I guess there might not be a way to get down to that beach. There might not be a proper way to like walk there, so it's just a natural, unspoiled beach with some waves lapping up against it. All right, so this will be the last stop on our tour of Hormuz Island. So this is just called the, what is it called again?
Haro jungle.
Haro Jungle, okay. And I guess its unique characteristic is it has these trees, those trees in the background there, literally grow in the water. So they're not growing in the ground, they're growing in the, I mean, but they must actually be growing in the ground. They're just growing in underwater ground, right?
I think so. I mean, that's just what I've been told.
Yeah,
I don't really know.
they can't literally be growing in just water. The trees need some kind of soil nutrients and things like that. So I guess they're just growing in like swampy or like in flooded ground.
Swampy things.
Yeah. Okay, I guess that's that. I guess we'll head back. You guys have any commentary? Did you guys like Hormuz Island?
I did. But then again, it's my personal opinion. But I really loved Hormuz, especially the Red Beach was my favorite, and that
Red Beach too.
And I also liked the what was it, Valley of Statues? I guess?
The Valley of
that
Statues.
One I really liked too. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just like there weren't even really any statues. It was just like a short footpath leading to a view of the sea.
I liked it.
Okay. And your opinion, sir?
I was just saying that the red soil was kind of cool, but nothing special about it.
Yeah,
Everything else.
it's really strongly retained too. Like I got a little bit of my fingers, and my fingers are still red. And like when we were driving away, you could see like the road. So it was like a regular 2-lane road, 1 lane in each direction, and the lane leading away from the beach was totally red.
For like at least a couple of kilometers.
Yeah, like you didn't even see 2 red tire tracks. Literally, just like the whole side of the road was red, as opposed to the opposite side, which was just a regular road color. So that red pigment in the sand is really persistent. Like a lot of vehicles here, you can see their tires are like red because they've been driving on.
Like the tip of my shoe is kind of red.
Yeah, and my shoes are actually, I still have like red streaks in my shoes from the sand. So yeah, that red pigment is very persistent. But okay, well, this is us checking it from Hormuz Island. We'll see you back in Bandar Abbas, I guess. Okay, so we're back here at the ship terminals. We're just waiting for our ship back to Bandar Abbas here from Hormuz, and I guess that'll be it. That'll be most of our trip. We're going to go back to the city, and I guess we'll meet with some friends tonight for a while, and then that's it. Tomorrow morning we're heading back to the north, back to Isfahan. So that was our experience in Bandar Abbas. Now, you really like Bandar Abbas.
I did, yeah.
I don't like Bandar Abbas. To me, it's just another port city. Every port city that I've seen is pretty much the same. They're very industrial. There are a lot of poor people because they attract people who try to kind of cash in somehow on the shipping industry. A lot of people do ship illegal goods through them and things like that.
That's
So
actually pretty common here as well.
yeah, so I generally don't like port cities. So, but tell us please, why did you like Bandar Abbas?
Well, to me, the main part is the nightlife, which really attracts me personally, because the daytime here is pretty hot, so people just come out like after evening.
Yeah.
And then again, I do really like the beaches and the weather itself. I like places that are like sunny.
Right.
So because I originally come from a place that almost always rains, so to me this is like very like new.
Okay, I would say then you don't really like Bandar Abbas itself. You like just beaches and warm weather.
True, like I wouldn't live on Hormuz Island. I
Right.
don't want to live
I'm not
there.
talking about Hormuz. I'm talking about Bandar.
Yeah, Bandar. Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't hate it. It's
Okay.
better. Like I would prefer it over where I come from.
Right. Okay. So it's your favorite city that we saw in Iran.
Yep.
So we saw Tehran, Isfahan, Shiraz, Yazd, and Bandar Abbas. And of those 5 cities, Bandar is your favorite.
True.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, I think I've said why I don't like it. I mean, it's crowded. Just doesn't feel like there's much there, and I don't like hot weather. And it's like if it's 27 degrees Celsius here in December, then it must go way over 40 in the summer.
I just have to ask you a question.
Yeah.
You said it doesn't have much.
Yeah.
There. And what do you mean? What do you expect to be there?
I mean, let's see. Museums, bookstores.
But then again, we did go to places that have a lot of museums, but you weren't like even willing to pay to go in.
Well, what I don't, that was the principle of the thing. It infuriated me that as a foreigner I should pay 8 times as much as the non-foreign fee. I mean, that just the principle of the thing is it's just outrageous to me. And the museums in Iran, I mean, I hate to say this, I know people are going to get upset about this, but the museums in Iran are often kind of underwhelming. Like, a lot of them are just things like that, what was it, Alexander prison that we went to. Like, there was literally nothing there. It was just like a room with not even anything special in it. So like, a lot of the so-called museums here are just kind of like, okay, maybe historically they were important, but I have no reason as a tourist to go there and see them inside because there's nothing there. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just spoiled. Maybe I'm just spoiled because I've been to, other places. But that's how I see things. Yeah, Bandar is not the worst place in the world that I've ever been to, but it's definitely not a city that really appeals to me in any way. And again, it feels like every other port city I've been to. It feels like, it reminds me most of all of, like I said, Batumi in Georgia. But it also reminds me of places like Hamburg in Germany, or similar places. All these port cities, they're just full of, their whole focus is just on, the sea and the port. And that's about it. There's not much else to them as cities. Anyway, okay, we'll head back and we'll see what else we might catch you back in Isfahan, or if I see something else, I might film something else, but we'll see.
You can't buy,
So-
you can just sell and...
Okay, so we're here on the beachfront of Bandar Abbas at night, and this guy, oh, sorry, I think the video's not that clear. I have some cover on my camera lens, which
No, it's because you have a Samsung.
no, it's because I have a plastic cover on the camera lens, which makes things kind of blurry if there are bright lights shining on it. This is a statue of a guy doing something that would be illegal in Germany. Actually, I guess it's not. He's holding a sword, so maybe that makes it legal.
That's a sword.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe a pirate that's going on.
Yeah, probably something like that. But this is what Bandar Abbas looks like at, or at least the beachfront of Bandar Abbas looks like at night. I mean, it looks like any other beach.
You can be filming this too.
What is this?
Street food.
Tamushi. Oh, okay. Let's get some.
One that we're gonna get.
Are we gonna get it here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good morning to the world. We're back in Isfahan, and we're back at the other thing that I wanted to film, which is this river. This is the, I guess, the main river that runs through the center of Isfahan. What's the, I don't even know what the river is called. My friends are, do you know what the river is called?
This one, the river is Zoyander.
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 Zoyander. Okay. I hope something like that. Okay.
So, wait. Rud is river.
Yeah.
Rud is river.
Uh-huh.
Zoyander is the name. You just say Zoyander Rud.
Zoyander Rud. Okay. Zoyander Rud is the Zoyander River. Thank you very much. So we're here. There's a nice little park that runs alongside it. It's actually quite pleasant here. This is one of the nicer places of Isfahan. But I did want to come here again because I saw this here last year in my last trip to Iran. But what the river has now, what it didn't have last time, is water. For some reason, for reasons that are inscrutable to my poor, simple mind, they decided it would be a good idea to artificially cut off the river and cut off all the water in it last year, and so it was just like a dry riverbed. Why? Do you remember why they did that? Was there some reason for that? Did they have some kind of public works project going on that required shutting off the water?
I think they take the water to other cities for, I don't know, farming and stuff.
Oh, that makes sense, because I guess water can be scarce in Iran because, again, it is a desert. So, okay, so they utilize the water for farming and other things rather than just letting it flow through the city. Okay, that makes sense, kind of. It's still not exactly a giant rushing flow. I mean, I don't know how well it shows up on the camera, but it's not exactly like a
You can get closer.
yeah, okay, we can get closer, but it's not a.
It's supposed to be open,
Well, I guess it's open because technically there is water now. I mean, there are birds bathing in it and probably looking for fish or whatever, but it's not exactly a giant rushing torrent of water that you'd. I mean, it seems a bit Seems just a bit stagnant, actually. But, okay, well, we can walk along this path here on the river too, right? Oh, that's nice. Okay. Do you guys want to do that? I like the seating here too. Check out these little cool little chairs and things that they have here. What's with the arch over it? Is that to protect people from rain?
Not rain, but I think you could like put something over it, like so you wouldn't be hit directly with the sunlight.
Okay, so something so you can drape like a blanket over it to protect yourself from the sunlight. That's cool. So yeah, you can see the water is actually it's absolutely still, because I can see things floating in the water and they're not being carried along by the current at all. I mean, these leaves are not moving at all. So it's still not really a river. It's more like an elongated body of water. But okay, but at least there is water in it, which was that?
A stretched pond.
Yeah, it's a stretched out pond, exactly, or lake. But yeah, I did want to come here and just check this out one last time because I thought, this is kind of like a nice scene to end on. I guess this is almost the end of our trip. In just a couple of hours, we're going to take a bus back to Tehran and then be there for just a few hours before my flight out of Iran. So yeah, this is pretty much the end of my trip to Iran, my second trip to Iran. It was a pretty good trip, but I think my frustrations with Iran center around the transportation system. I've been here in Iran now for about 2 weeks, and most of that time has been spent in a car or some other type of transport medium like a train or a bus or whatever. It takes a long time to get to places here.
Sorry, we haven't invented a teleportation system.
Yeah, why hasn't Iran just invented teleportation? I mean, why did you guys work on a nuclear reactor when you could have worked on a teleporter? It's all your fault. No, but I mean, it's nice here. It's when you get to places, they're nice. Like I've enjoyed my time here, but the cities are very spread out. Like Tehran is way in the north, almost on the north. It's not quite on the north coast of the Caspian Sea, but it's close. And then Bandar Abbas, of course, is right on the south on the Persian Gulf. And then the other cities are kind of scattered around. They're far separated, so it takes a long time to drive between them. And there are decent bus connections, but they run relatively infrequently, so we took a car so we would be more flexible in our travel. Anyway, so yeah, that was my trip to Iran. That's what we saw. So of the 5 cities that we saw, which one? So your favorite was Bandar Abbas, and your favorite city is? Neither. None of the 5.
No.
You don't like any of the 5 cities that we saw.
I don't like Iran.
You don't. Okay.
Just like my room.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I mean, speaking for myself, none of us like Shiraz, but I guess it is a city that appeals to younger people because of its, I guess, allegedly more active, dynamic, vibrant vibe.
Also the historical places, which I guess none of us were into.
I mean, it's nice that it has historical places, but I dislike, like, there are several European cities that do this too, like Athens. Athens is a key example, I think. Athens is not a great city, but it tries to market itself as a great city because of the Parthenon. Or what is it called? Is it the Parthenon or the Acropolis? I think one's the site and one's the building on it. But anyway, whatever. But it's like a lot of cities try to market themselves based on their historical sites, and they say, "Wow, we're so beautiful, such a beautiful city because we have this building that's from ancient times." But it's nice that there are historical sites there, but it doesn't necessarily reflect on the quality of life in the city for people who live there, or even people who travel there as tourists. And I can say Athens is a pretty dirty, pretty grungy, even an unsafe city, despite having one of the most significant historical, architectural sites in Europe. And Shiraz feels kind of the same. So none of us like Shiraz. I didn't like Bandar Abbas. You liked it because of the... Actually, it's funny. You liked it because of the nightlife, and you said there's a lot happening in the city. But after I made that video, we were talking to a woman who lived in Bandar, and she said, yeah, there's nothing in the city. Like, there's really nothing here. So, differences of opinions.
She even specified that, like, okay, there is like people here get so bored that they either end up like either like smoking on cigarettes or hookah or doing drugs.
Right.
There's literally nothing you to do.
Right. Bearing in mind,
One of those.
well, bearing in mind that tobacco is a drug, so basically all those are drugs. So basically, according to a person who actually lived in Bandar, the city is so boring that there's nothing to do there except get hooked on drugs. But you say the city was exciting and vibrant and had a nice nightlife. So differences of perspective, difference of opinions. I'm more inclined to agree with that person who lived in Bandar. That was kind of the feeling that I got from it as well. But we can agree to disagree, I hope.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Bandar is actually like an actual city.
Yeah.
What really like draws me to that place is the islands. You know, like you can, like like for example, Hormuz I really liked.
Yeah.
But Hormuz itself, like, it's not a nice place to live.
Right. Yes.
So Bandar is like as a city, I feel like is a like more viable choice to be. It's just close to Hormuz and
Yeah.
Desh, Hormuz, all the other islands.
Yeah. He's saying Hormuz, for those who don't remember, is the name of the island that we were on. So. I mean, yeah. I guess there are worse places to live than Bandar Abbas, but it wouldn't be my first choice. And Tehran, for me, it has nice places, but it is just so huge. It's just so unbelievably huge as a city, and it takes forever to get anywhere. Like, even just driving across the city takes like half a day. And yeah, no, I saw there were nice places that I saw in Tehran, some places that I enjoyed, but I wouldn't want to live there. For me, I guess if I were to live in Iran, I guess I would choose to live here, honestly, in Isfahan. This is probably like the most livable city that I've seen. Or I like Yazd. I like Yazd as well, but Yazd is more of a sleepy kind of city. I don't know that people could get good jobs in Yazd. I think for younger people who are more entrepreneurial, want to work for a business of some kind, start their careers. I see there are more businesses here in Isfahan. Yazd is more of a sleepy sort of residential. I mean, I like the suburban vibe of Yazd. I like Yazd's sort of cozy suburban feel. It feels like one of those places where families go to live in a nice suburban house.
I don't think like is the correct word for you. I love this.
I mean, I loved some things about Yazd. I guess I did freak out and go a little fanboy on Yazd, but look at the little birdies, little birds perched on the wires here. It's so cute. So there were some aspects of Yazd that I loved, but I understand that living there is a bit different from being a tourist there, and I am a tourist here. So if I had to live in like a city and have like a normal life with a 9-to-5 job and things like that here in Iran, I would probably choose to live here in Isfahan, at least of the 5 cities that we've seen. So yeah, I guess that's it. As I said, we're gonna be taking a bus back to Tehran in like what, an hour and a half? Well, you don't need to give the exact time, but I mean,
An hour and a half.
Yeah, later today. So yeah, I mean, you can see the river is really not. It is not a fast-moving, fast-flowing river. Okay, here there is a little more flow. Here you can see there's some actual water flow. So the water is kind of flowing away from us, barely, but it's still, once it gets down off this sort of plateau here, it is not moving very much. It's still mostly dry, but anyway. And this bridge that we're on, this bridge is one of the significant tourist bridges of Isfahan, right? What is it called? Siosepol, which means like 7.5.
33 bridges.
33, okay. I knew it was some number. It means 33 bridges because this bridge. Okay, seriously, why is it called 33 bridges when it's one bridge?
33, I don't know. Platforms.
33 of these little platforms,
Maybe,
or these not columns, I guess, but like niches or whatever. Because we got 33 problems, but this niche ain't one. Or no, I should say 33 bridges. There we go. Yeah, I got 33 bridges, but this niche ain't one. So, something like that. I don't know. Or this bridge ain't one. I don't know. Someone could work that into a better joke than I just did. But anyway, I'm not gonna.
We'll laugh at it.
Yeah, we laughed. Yeah, it was okay. I guess that's it. I guess we're done. If we see anything in Tehran later today, we might film it briefly, but we probably won't because we'll be getting there in like the afternoon. and my flight is early tomorrow morning, so probably won't have time to see anything. So this might be it. Do you guys have any last words for our YouTube viewers?
Yeah, hopefully you'll get to see the north. Like, I'm kind of excited to. I was excited to, have him see the place, but
Yeah, you're from the north, so just to
Yeah.
clarify, the man speaking is from the north. Do you want to say what city you're from?
You're asking me hard questions. Like, I've lived in all three northern provinces, and I can tell you, like, in every single one of them, there are like shit ton of places that are worthwhile. The nature, the sea, even the type of buildings that you enjoyed, the architecture.
Right, so they're all different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think that you would like those type of places. So.
Yeah, if I come back to Iran, we should go there because we went to like the bigger cities, the more popular cities. But as I mentioned before, the north is very popular among Iranians. Like, tourists don't tend to go there as much, I think, but Iranians love that place because it's more green, it's more agricultural and floral, and there's just more that grows there. The cities aren't as big, but it's allegedly more beautiful just because the nature is more vibrant.
Correct.
And that's where all the nation's food comes from. It just blows me away because the north is not that big of a region. Like, if you look at it on a map, it's actually it's a relatively small region. It just blows me away to think that all the nation's food is grown in such a relatively small space, but I guess it must be because most of Iran, again, is desert. Like, not much grows there, so.
Yep. And almost all of the wheat and the rice comes from north.
The north, yeah. So, like, most of the nation's agriculture comes from that relatively small region. But yeah, that's how it is. That's how life is here in Iran. Not a particularly fertile nation except in the north. But that's okay. It works. It works for the Iranians, and like I said, they don't seem to have any food shortages because they have plenty of food. Like, anywhere you go, you see lots of food going around. So it's not like this is a nation with food supply problems. All right. And do you have any last words for our YouTube viewers? No. All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you too for coming along with me, and thank you to the viewers for the same. Thank you for watching. And I guess we're done. We're coming up on the end of the bridge anyways, so it's a good time to head back. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. What you're seeing is footage from inside the Keraj bus station. Keraj is technically it's a separate city to the west of Tehran, but basically it's like a suburb of Tehran. It belongs to the region of Greater Tehran.
Tehran is, we've got the province Tehran and also the city Tehran. So it's in the province.
It's in the province of Tehran, but it's also close enough to the city of Tehran that it's basically a suburb of Tehran, even though it doesn't officially belong to. Officially, it's a separate city. So we've arrived here because we have a friend here in Keraj whom we were going to visit, and we found that the power is out here at the bus station. Okay, so it's a power outage. That's not the end of the world, right? We are going to book since we don't have a car, we are going to book a trip to our friend's place with Snap. Now, Snap is basically the Iranian knockoff version of, oh, hey.
You got it on camera. You're the luckiest guy ever.
Nice. So as I was saying, Snap is the Iranian version of Uber. It's like a knockoff of Uber, and people use it extensively. So we thought, okay, no problem. We don't really need power here. We can just book a Snap to get to our friend's place. But apparently there's a widespread internet outage in this area as well. Apparently the whole internet in this area is down. So, smartphones using internet-connected apps like Snap can't even work. So, okay, I think we're back in business. But that was an experience. That was exciting. So I'm here at IKA, Imam Khomeini Airport, which is the main international airport of Tehran. So yeah, ready to fly out of Iran in like an hour or so. Yeah, so I think the last segment ended abruptly. What had happened was we were in the Keraj bus station while a power outage was going on. So there was a lot of beeping of UPSs, I guess, and a lot of people yelling, and It's kind of a bad situation. We couldn't even get. So we were planning on getting a Snap, as I said, but I think even the Snap drivers had lost their internet connectivity because it seemed like there was a total internet outage over all of Karaj. So like even cell phones couldn't connect to the or mobile phones couldn't connect to the internet. So that like everything just died. Like not only was there a power outage, but also the internet wasn't working. So which I guess makes sense if the internet needs electricity, like whatever routers and cell towers they were using to, are used to create internet connectivity for mobile phones. Those were also out of power and thus not working. So even the Snap drivers couldn't do their job because they couldn't get rides since they had no internet connectivity. So yeah, kind of a mess. But anyway, the power came on, everything got resolved. We got a ride, we got a Snap ride to where we were going, and that was that. This airport is one of those airports. It's kind of a common thing, I guess, in the Middle East that these airports will have like a how should I describe it? A pre-security screening. What I mean by that is, in most airports, the first thing you do when you get to the airport is check in, unless you check in online. If you check in online, then you usually don't need to check in. But at this airport, you need to, before you can get to the check-in counters, you have to go through security screening already. So there's like an initial security screening when you enter the airport. Then after that, then you go to the check-in counter, and then you go through passport control. And then, when you're ready to board your flight, there's another security check right at the gate, like right before you get to the gates that lead to the plane. So yeah, I was looking for the check-in counter and thinking, where can I check in with my airline? And then I understood, I had to first go through the security check before check-in. Most airports do it the other way around, but yeah, this airport's a bit different. Anyhow, I guess I've already said everything that I wanted to say. It's been kind of a whirlwind trip. It's been a busy 2 weeks. I do regret that I didn't get to see as much as I wanted to see, but I think this video is probably already going to be long enough. I did want to see more, but as I said, just traveling around Iran takes a long time, and then traveling within cities takes a long time because cities are so full of traffic, it takes forever to get anywhere. So I filmed what I could film, shared what I could share, and that is that. I guess that's all I have to say. If I forgot anything, then oh well. I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. I am out of here. Take care, everybody.